tuned into the dopest. It's him. 108 dragon, stay in the latest fashion. You think it's a game till we start clashing. War zone where I'm from, bullets like magic. 2K on your head, that's a backseat. I could put a END to all you lanes, whether outside or in the crib. On the game, limit tech with the best system. PlayStation for the staycation, Nintendo Switch for your wisdom. New level, whatever you want, you been on it. It's only one way to support it, binge on it, never lag. Whip your ass with hella swag. Keep a cigar lit, I'm the victor with the class. You thinking you can toy with limit tech when you boys been? How you breaking your joystick? Who been feeding you poison? If you in your fort tonight, tune in to the Brooklyn Night Forecast at 108 Dragons.
Yes. Uh-oh. I don't know what that. I hope y'all don't hear that damn feedback, man. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Yo, we had some type of power outage. I don't know what the hell that was, but you know what? We back. And if yo, tell me if y'all can hear Bloody and them. I see my boy in the chat. I see my boy P-Lump with the $2 super chat. And I'm not going to even read it because I'm pretty sure it says, hey, play my theme song. Welcome. Thank you. It's greatly appreciated, my brothers. Good to see y'all back in the building. And do y'all hear some type of feedback in the chat? Talk to me. I don't really know.
I think that feedback is coming from X-Men.
Y'all back in
X-Men, check your mic.
I didn't get no feedback.
You don't hear it, but it might be you. Hold on. I know how to tell. Hold on, give me a sec. What's good, chat, man? Let me see. It's you, because I just muted you, and it stopped. Mm-hmm. It's you, Sir X-Men, because I muted you and it stopped.
I don't know where it's coming.
Unplug your mic, cut the mic off, do something. But it's definitely you, because when I muted you, it completely stopped. So what's good, chat, man? Sorry for the technical difficulties. I don't know why, but I went to go change something on my computer real quick while we was in the intro, and shit, it cut off. So I don't know what the hell that was about. But anyway, we're going to get right to business, man. You know I work today, so the show starting a little bit late. Day Reezy in the building. Kent, I see you in the building. I saw my man Bunty Eternal is here. Please share this out. Talos is in the building. And if I missed you, hit that chat so I could definitely get to them names. Because without y'all, there is no us. See, whatever you did, so X-Men, it stopped. Maybe you muted, but it stopped. Yo, what's good, man? We getting right into these topics. We gonna get real spicy, man. We gonna talk about some shit, man. And let's hold on. Whoa, wrong button.
Can't wait. Are we gonna keep it 100?
Oh yeah, we gonna keep it 100 because I'm gonna bring this shit right up right now. I'm gonna bring this shit up right now. Yo, you hear me, P-Lo? We about to start this shit early. We gonna get spicy. And I don't care who in their fucking feelings. I don't listen to Crossfire. I think it's absolutely a trash show. Because first of all, I got into this gaming life to promote gaming. I don't care what console you promote. I don't care what brand you support or who you champion for. From bots to Nintendroids to ponies. We're all gamers.
Yup.
You people in here, we don't know how to run a $1 trillion company. But I know there's some very respectable people I've been around on both sides. And this shit fucking killed me this week. This shit killed me. This shit killed me this week. And I held on to this. First of all, let me say this for the record. You ain't never seen me champion for fucking Sarah Bond. You ain't never seen, oh, Sarah, you're the best. She's the greatest. Oh, look what she's wearing today. You've never seen me do that. Even though I support the brand, I support her and her decisions and what the team is doing over there. You never seen me do that type of shit. I seen dudes do a lot of, shout out to Spartan with that 5 gifted memberships. Greatly appreciate it. Listen, man. Thank you, brother. But I'm going to say this. When you disrespect a woman in power, a minority woman in power, insinuating that she screwed her way to the top. You know, Tim Dog came on Wild Show and apologized to me. We squashed that shit. I thought he was doing better. A couple weeks after that, he got into it with my boy Paris. Tried to act like he was some fucking mob dude playing the Godfather music in the background like he's a fucking gangster. You're not. We don't fucking believe you. I've been around you. You're not that type of dude. To get in front of these keyboards, these cell phones. Oh, you know, Sarah Bond slept her way to the top. Fuck out of here. Crap punk ass. Your mic, Sir X-Men. Crap punk ass.
There shouldn't be no noise no more.
We hear it. Crap, got out there. Oh, you know, this is Mooch's channel. And I don't want to start controversy. You already fucking said it, puto. You already did it. And then, this is what's crazy. One of them idiots on this panel, because I made a comment on that video, shout out to Astro Boy, which I'm really not a fan of. He just be pointing shit out, and I agree with it. When he brings shit up, you know, some shit he say, you know, I don't really know the dude. But I'm going to say this for the record. He goes, well, you see, I didn't agree with that because I didn't say shit. Fuck you too. You know why? Because you on a fucking panel. You'll be there fucking next week. You are guilty by association. You may not have did the shooting, motherfucker, but you a fucking accessory. You dudes are fucking distasteful. And y'all pussy. Y'all not even tough dudes. You're a bunch of pussies circle jerking each other, disrespecting a woman in a place of a company you couldn't even work for, let alone run. She came from T-Mobile. She changed T-Mobile around when they was damaged goods. She changed the company. Know your fucking history, you punk motherfuckers. And you know what? I'll be at the Game Awards. Pull up. Show me that energy and watch what I do to you. I'm with all the smoke. All of it. Because you dudes are a bunch of fucking weasel clowns. You have no idea the intelligence this lady carry. And like I said, you never see me going to the public and champion for her. And cheer her on that green dress is amazing. You never see me do that. So this is not coming from no fanboy shit. This is coming from pussies on a goddamn panel disrespecting a minority woman that's in a leadership caliber that you can't even fathom. I will no longer fuck with anybody who promote motherfucking bullshit like this. And I'm telling you, I'm definitely with hands and feet. I'm not one of them dudes gonna get on here, kumbaya, you know what? I'm just gonna remove myself. No, I'm gonna remove your ass. Y'all are pathetic. That could be your wife. That could be your grandmother, your niece, your mom, your sister. You dudes on these podcasts do a lot of fucking talking and y'all pussy. Y'all get in front of these cameras in the safety of your home and you talk crazy. And you not fucking like that. You're pussy. And I'm sorry if I'm being vulgar, chat, man, but I'm telling you, I'm getting fucking tired of these internet thug motherfuckers, man. I'll be out there in June. I'll be at PAX in the March. I'm outside. Fucking pull up and watch what I do to you, say something slick to me. I will definitely put my hands on you. Because that's what some of y'all need. You think you can go on these podcasts, disrespect people, because there's no repercussions. There's nothing. There's absolutely no repercussions for the shit that y'all do. Y'all a bunch of distasteful, bitch-ass motherfuckers. I don't appreciate what y'all said. I don't care how much bashing y'all do from Console Warren, but when you start disrespecting people, like Tim Dog allowed people to disrespect Phil and his kids in his fucking space. And if this was Yoshishita, I would co-sign it. Just like when motherfuckers were sending dick pics, I didn't co-sign that. You fucking weirdos. Something is wrong with the internet. It's broken. And it's broken because you fucking dudes don't have no repercussions for your actions. I definitely believe in striking your ass down. I believe in that. Because once you know somebody could do something to you, I guarantee you punk asses won't say too much. You're not fucking built for war. You pretend you are, but you're really not. And that shit y'all did this week, y'all can eat sauteed dicks with barbecue sauce. Glizzy it up, motherfuckers, because y'all fucked up for that. Y'all all giggling on a panel like a bunch of bitches. Distasteful pussy dudes who barely get on camera. We only know like what two of you motherfuckers look like. The rest of you motherfuckers hide behind fucking avatars. If you believe in what you say, get the fuck on camera and talk that shit. Like I'm doing. Say it with your chest. Because all this other shit y'all doing, that's pussy work. Everybody can talk behind a fucking avatar, you chumps. Anyway, man, I wanted to get that off my chest. Anybody else want to tackle that before I get to these super chats? Because I'm telling you, I'm with all the fucking smoke. Game Awards, December 11th, I'll be outside.
I'm going to put it this way. I know you're heated. I'm going to put it this way. Some of y'all wish y'all could run a company of any pedigree to the level that she has. I was like, is everything she done great? No. Everyone in power, everyone in charge has made mistakes. But the things that she's done for both her previous companies and what she's done right now for Microsoft and Xbox cannot be diminished. And the fact that y'all are disrespecting her because of what she is absolutely fucking disgusting. Because most of y'all motherfuckers, I was like, especially two that we know, y'all ain't in any better shape than any other motherfucker on the internet. I know I'm small. I was like, but I also know that I can fight. Will I get my ass kicked? Probably. But you your damn ass, I'm going to go down swinging. I come from a house grown as the only boy, as the only male in a house of women. I grew up with 2 older sisters, 2 younger sisters, and my mom's. I don't take disrespect towards a woman to any degree. I was like, because what we are supposed to do is to look out for those. I was like, seeing how much I was like, people still don't understand the fact. I was like, on how much a woman has to break her back in today's society just to even basically make a fourth of what a man can do. I was like, I've seen my mom work 3 jobs to take care of me and my younger sisters. I was like, I've always been their protector and keeper, even though they're doing well now. I still look out for them. I still always make sure that my mom's never has to worry. Even with my dad around, I was like, that's just the way I was raised because I saw what they have to go through. So for anyone to even speak a tenth of that fact, I was like, I'm going to smack the shit out your mouth. Just like everyone knows, I will say anyone who tries to say anything even remotely bad about Akumu.
His backs are X-Men.
Like anyone who even says even a remotely bad thing about Akumu, I'm going to slap you. Because I don't know a single person who can do a 3 years master program in a year, an accelerated master's program, and not only ace their class at a 98%, but also be valedictorian of their class. I was like, so no, don't let anyone even think that they could take away half of what she's done. I was like, she knows more about this industry than she lets on. Just because she's not in it doesn't mean a damn thing. She studied it. It was her thesis paper. She wrote a 15-page paper. And if anyone even tries to say something like that to her, you best think that they're going to have to say something to me. I was like, it don't matter who you are or what you are. When you put the work and you are in a position like she is, that isn't something easily earned. Just like no one can disrespect what Phil has done. He worked up from the bottom to get to where he is. People always forget that. He was just an assistant, an intern, before he became even a basic coder that then moved into a programmer, that then moved into a lead, that moved into a head and everything else to where he is now.
Facts.
So these dudes are talking out their ass when most of them haven't even left their mama's basement.
I'm gonna reboot after this, but let me say this one thing real quick.
How about you? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say this, and I'm gonna reboot real quick. Unless you've got the compliment to be in that position and know the pressure and the stress of the position, and all you need to know in that position, which none of y'all definitely bitching about don't have.
Facts.
You have nowhere to talk about what that person is doing that disagrees for you. That what she does is up to her bosses and the people that he worked for.
Exactly.
Because you ain't getting that money, you have no right to bitch about somebody getting the money and doing what the people ahead suggest. You can make suggestions to follow what the corporate wants you to do, and a lot of that is good. She did a lot of good, but you know she has to follow what the bosses say. So,
and that
unless you can hold that position down, which none of you can, that's all I'm gonna say on this. Keep the shit to your fucking self.
Let's just put it this way. I was like,
all right, Rebeats on X-Men. Use the same link.
I was like, she has a stronger voice than most people do because she's at the top, but she still has to answer to the overall big bosses. And who is that? Phil and Satya. And even more, I was like, Phil, as much as tippy top as he is, he still has to answer to Satya. So if they say a decision on what they want to do, guess what she has to do? She has to follow suit. Whether she accepts it or not, that's what the game plan is set by the company.
And I want to say this too. Yo, Nib, you a dick sucker. I'll be in Gamescom next year. Pull up if you don't like what I said. or if you hear what I said, or somebody clip this, you're supposed to be a minority.
That part right there.
Hold on. You sat on the panel, and nobody fucking spoke up for this woman. You thought that was fucking okay to sit there like pussies and allow this to happen.
That part.
Pussies. I'll be in Gamescom next year too. I'm the same motherfucker wherever I go. Just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. I'm definitely with the fuckboy shit. Because y'all dudes are fucking weirdos.
Listen, I may not always be with it, but guess what? I grew up around it. So if y'all want
let me say this.
Get some.
Let me get to this super chat from my brother Yobi. You know I'll be in Miami, hopefully in May, fucking with you. Because you know I put boots on the ground, touch grass. You know what we do. I'm trying to get TZ to pull up. He said, what's disgusting is nobody with some sense as a man stopped them from taking it that far. Nobody had a conscience to say something. And that is a fucking fact.
That part right there.
That is a fact. And you know, I don't usually be. Hold on.
Let's just put it this way. Any person who even had a common, small, tiny 10% of any fiber of their being of having any sort of conscience, any goodwill, or think of like, hey, this is going a bit too far, should have said something. The fact that none of them said anything for what? Internet clout? To not get in the bad side of someone else on their show? I try to keep myself good on here, but nah, fuck that. I was like, if you think about some dude who you don't even know in person, or even if you do, who lives halfway across the country in some random place, that his fucking thoughts matter more than being a decent human being and not wanting to say some shit about someone on a messed up personal level, nah. I was like, that ain't cool. I was like, you can get the smoke just like they can.
I don't know what it is, Sir X-Men. I had thought that shit was me last time. That shit is your ass, no Diddy.
I have no idea what it is. There's nothing else in the background. I
don't know what it is. Let me just get you back in the show. I don't know what it is, bro.
Diddy.
Let me just get you back in the show. But listen, man, y'all dudes are horrible. And somebody should do something to you. That's how I feel. Because if that was my wife, you'd be getting your ass whooped.
Listen, if you want to violate
y'all
people,
dudes is crazy.
I was like, they want to be out here violating people.
Y'all dudes are a bunch of fucking frauds. But listen, man, we gonna get into the rest of the show. I don't want to talk about that shit no more because that taking me out my video game mood. Boy, that's some fucking weirdos.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Listen, man, let's get into this quick situation here, man. I want to talk about who watched the indie show. I dropped the link in the chat, so hopefully you did your homework. I need some indie standouts. We're going to start off with you, Bloody. From the indie, what is it?
The ID at Xbox?
ID at Xbox. Talk to me. Anybody in the chat, what ID at Xbox game, those indie games, what stood out for y'all, man?
Man, I was like, the thing about it is that there's always such good stuff that's coming out. Probably one of my biggest things is that obviously having friends there, I was like, I always love seeing the news, but seeing Dread XP get a lot of support, showing the fact that they're bringing their very unique horror game, Amanda the Adventurer, to the console, really great, especially since they finally are closing out that trilogy on PC. They just released the third one and everything else, or about to release it, so it's great to see that. Agni, I was like, Village of Calamity. Obviously, I'm a horror fan. That one looks very interesting, especially because y'all know that I love supporting a lot of smaller developer teams across the world. So seeing an Indonesian team, just like my friends over there who made Troublemaker, go play it if you like Yakuza-style games. Definitely a hype for that. Darkwood 2, great one. The other one that really caught my eye was what was it? Don't Fret. I was like, that one. I was like, cool horror game, but you're playing as a guitar. I was like, I love the music focus as someone who grew up around music. And then, of course, we've been looking at it for a while, but Mouse, PI for Hire. I was like, what's not cool about that 1920s old school style black and white animation and making it an FPS? I mean, like, come on now. That looks dope. Like, there was a lot of great games, but those are the ones that definitely for me stood out. And of course, y'all know I like stupid games. So the Card Shop Simulator, I grew up playing card games. I still play card games. I was like, in simulator games are definitely ones that stand out. But that one I actually played when it was only on mobile, and now I know it was on PC. So the fact that's coming to console, I'm excited for. But that's what I'm hyped about. I'm weird though.
Okay, so X-Men, did you get an opportunity to give us that feedback?
Nah. You smart ass mother.
I'm just saying that shit is. I thought that shit was me last time. I said, damn, what the fuck? Because to tell you our technical difficulties. So I said, listen, don't worry about it. Just mute when you're not talking. But all right, so you didn't watch it. But I'm gonna say this. I enjoyed the showcase, even though once again that shit was long and there's a lot of shit that wasn't for me. Not gonna pick any particular games. That Mouse PI game, I've been fiending for that because I love Cuphead. I love hand-drawn games. Thought that was awesome. There's so many games I'm not gonna even run down the list because we got mad other topics. But I'm going to say this, that was impressive to me. I'm a graphic whore. And I seen a lot of great graphical work coming from smaller studios. I'm not the biggest indie player. Yes, I love Vampire Survivors. Shout out to Cozy Belega, who introduced me to that game.
Beluga,
whatever. I don't ever get that shit right. But shout out to my sister Cozy. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the girl. I love her.
I saw a lot of great artistical work coming. I don't play a lot of weird shit.
I do.
I like awesome. Because we get over 200 indie games a month. There's no way to keep up with that shit. But I play the major ones, like Silk Song. I didn't really play the first one like that. I thought the second one started slow, and then somebody told me it's awesome. I said, but it's slow. Then they said, yeah, you kind of gotta, it gets better later. So I'm like, okay, so don't say I didn't play the shit, because you got the same feeling I play. You just play longer than me. So Silk Song I like. I love playing it on my Ally X. You know what I'm saying? But I was excited to see the showcase. People in the chat, let me know what standouts that you had. And let me tell you something before we even go further today. I greatly, humbly appreciate everybody who participates, who's a member, who shares it out, who likes, who subscribed. I greatly appreciate that. For people coming out, man, pulling up on my streams, it's just awesome. I remember I used to have one person watching. So it's very humbling, man. I'm sorry I had to hear that shit earlier, but these bitch asses need that smoke, and I'm gonna get a smoke. This is a real channel. I don't give a fuck about people's feelings when it comes to fuckboy shit. But just always remember, I will never sacrifice my integrity for no fucking clicks.
Nah.
I will never change. I will always be who the fuck I am.
Those who change
always.
Those who do everything for clout over something stupid like this, nah. I was like, nah.
Same here, Yobi. You know, Yobi could tell you in the chat he met me in real life. I'm definitely about what the fuck I'm talking about. Good and bad. So, you know, Bloody will tell you I'm definitely different. But I'm a person who brings I try to give everybody good content and great energy, man. I'm talking about great energy, like really. So
we want to bring good vibes to everybody.
Let's try to stay positive as a community. Do not let these fuck boys, no matter what platform you support, do not let nobody take your happiness away. Even in life, do not let people ruin who you are as an individual. Right? Just keep that energy. If you like that fuckboy shit, stay on that fuckboy lane. Just don't come here. We could crack jokes and have a good time, you know, throw shots, but we talking about disrespectful stuff. That's the shit I don't really I can't fuck with that. Now, there's some good motherfucking news. Ooh, this is good news. Resident Evil 2 Remake. Where's it at? Resident Evil 2 Remake has sold 16 million copies. Now, I remember with Street Fighter 4 dropped on PlayStation and PC, and Capcom had 137 million in the bank. Damn near broke. PlayStation threw them a check. They released a game. It didn't do well. They did a remake. They made Resident Evil 7. And they bounced back. Monster Hunter blew up. They put that shit on major consoles, not just the Switch. So we seen this company turn around. But these are the stories that we want to hear. Not layoffs, not studios closing, not games not selling. This is a fucking remake. And I'm going to tell you something crazy. I don't like Silent Hill. What's the other one, Bloody?
Which one? Fatal Frame?
I don't like Fatal Frame. They're
Love 'em.
good games, but I don't like them because I'm a Resident Evil head. This is the genre that started that shit. But I'm going to say this for the record. I bought every one of these remakes. Hold on. No. Technically, they started that.
Well, they're the ones
Bad camera angle.
Well,
okay. Well, hold
no.
on. I'm gonna let you go. Who started it?
Technically, if you really want to get down to it,
just say who started.
It was Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark did it first.
Oh no. You know what? Factual. Because I played Alone in the Dark is my shit too.
Yep.
So no, but I'm talking about like the 3D bad camera angle, zombies popping out. I'm talking about that side of it. Because Alone in the Dark definitely did that shit too.
I was like, and they did that too, but it was Resident Evil 1 that popularized the genre. That's what it is.
That's why I'm giving them flowers. But what I'm gonna say is, I bought these remakes, and I looked at this shit. I said, "This is graphically beautiful." And then I noticed how much back and forward you went to the same levels. I said, "Wait a minute! I did all this because I beat every Resident Evil." That's probably why I like 6 in my older age, because it's more fucking action orientated. And I ain't had to backtrack 100 times. Oh, I got the key. I got to go all the way back to the beginning of the level. At 53, I don't know if I'm going to be doing that shit. But
you know what? That might be why you didn't like
no.
Hollow Knight. I'm saying.
No. Well, I'm a Metroid dude. I'm a Castlevania dude, right? You got to do it well.
Fair. Facts.
Because I don't like Ori and the Blind Forest either. Think the game is amazing. It's too much. Where the fuck do I go next? It's too much of that shit.
That I will say it was a little bit more obscure.
Right. It's like, what? Where am I going? I shouldn't have to go to YouTube as with my gaming experience. Like somebody else told me, it's dope. I said, but I had to go to YouTube. He said, oh yeah, me too. No, then then you went through what I went through. But anyway, what I'm saying is about Resident Evil is this is good news.
Yep.
And it's good for Capcom. 16 million of a fucking remake is crazy. So, Bloody, with that being said, chat, tell me what you thought about Resident Evil 2, if y'all bought it, if y'all played it, the remake. Bloody, give me yo, I can't even fucking take you serious with the shit you wearing.
Hey, don't disrespect the outfit. It's Dia de los Muertos, pendejo. I was like, we celebrating, I just don't got my face paint on. So, I was like, I'm mixing it up a little bit. I put on a whole outfit.
You like a Mexican Indian, so what face paint you got on, your war paint or your chupacabra paint? Like what?
Today it would have been the chupacabra paint. I'm just saying. I was like, yes. Yesterday, if you saw my outfit for my cosplay, I was like, that was war paint. I was like, you're over here being a piece of pendejo.
Yeah, I am.
But no, I was like, let's put it this way: the reason this game sold 16 million copies is because it's good. There's no clear other fact is that it's good. They took one of people's most loved games in the franchise and then straight up made a brand new remake, one using it as their showcase for really what this engine can do. I was like, remember when they made Resident Evil 7, they created the RE engine.
Yep.
But the thing is that people weren't exactly sure on how far they could push it. Then they did the last DMC. I think it was DMC 6 at the time, and then they came out with Resident Evil 2 Remake, and they were really showing what their engine can do. I was like, and not only that, they did a great updated modernization of what Resident Evil 2 was. I was like, we talk about how much we love the original, but yes, there was a lot more back and forth, and it was a little bit more ridiculous with how it was back then. Here, it's more contained, but it also felt more open at the same time. I was like, so I was like, I really enjoyed everything that I played. I was like, I love the whole series, obviously. So the fact that in the past 5 years, that's gotten up to the fact that it is now at 16 million is well deserved, because it is for those who really want to get into the franchise brand new, who never played or grew up with the originals. The remakes are wonderful. I was like, they're great updated feels for those who didn't grow up with fixed camera angles, who didn't grow up with tank controls, who want that. It's more updated. It has more action, but it's also really leaning more into the horror. I was like, if you want action, then yeah, you have 6, right? I was like, but
yeah, I really like 6 because it reminds me of the CGI animes they got.
Exactly. I was like, it was one of those. Even 5 was a little bit more on the action side, even though that was still technically a little bit more on the horror. But the thing is that this really fell into that full-on horror, but because of how modern it felt, it still had that action feel to it. You just had to be a little bit more smart about it. And I think that's what really sets it apart on why we're seeing remakes shine to the level that they are, because when you take the time and actually put the effort into it, a remake can feel brand new for those who played the original and for those who have never played the series. It's the reason why I still to this day praise Dead Space Remake, because as someone who loved the original, I was like, when you go back and play that game, one of the things that you notice is that the whole darkness is just doo-doo brown everything. I was like, that's what it is. I was like, but it was still scary at that time. But the brand new one made
it was.
I was like, but the thing is that when I played the remake, I felt like I was a kid again playing the original for the first time. I literally had that feeling of like, I remember everything, but also I still felt surprised at everything because they switched up how it all worked out. Everything just felt brand new. I was like, and that's what happens, what we got with Resident Evil 2. So the fact that it sold 60 million, I was like, I'm not surprised.
Okay. So X-Men, man, how did you feel about this game, and did you play it? Are you an original fan? So X-Men, if you talking, you muted.
I think he was drinking something. I heard some clacking around.
Okay. No, that's me.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Other thing on the screen. No, I was saying, I'm happy for the remake. I'm glad it's doing good, because we need more remakes of the things that we played in the past. It's getting to that point nowadays, and I'm proud of it. You know, save your heritage in gaming. You know, bring it to a new level. Now, I'm happy that thing sold 16 million copies. That's incredible. For a non-multiplayer game, that's incredible.
Shit, but you know, that had to be old and new players too.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely not just the old heads.
Mechanics that works.
Yep, modern.
Solid today. Now
they need to do Metal Gear Solid 2 over, please.
No.
I think.
Well, I think. Oh, whoa! Let me finish. So you know, so you go without the back file feed. But I think the remakes Capcom should do and bring them up to new levels. One, Dino Crisis,
obviously,
and Code Veronica, and Code.
Well, Code Veronica is definitely going to be next. I'm pretty sure.
So. I'm waiting for that one.
To be fair, people wanted Code Veronica for the longest time. They wanted that one first before anything.
But they wasn't going to jump to that first, because that's
remake made money. Wait till they put Code Veronica out there.
Yeah, Code Veronica is a fan favorite. I'm going back and forth for that one because that's my favorite.
Oh,
That's
dude,
that Dreamcast days.
when Code Veronica comes out, it's over. It's a wrap.
Over. It's over.
I was like, everything that comes out that year is gonna be second to none.
All right, so we're going to move on, man. We're going to move on. Yo, chat, man, let me know how y'all felt about that Resident Evil remake, man. We're going to jump into the rest of these topics. Where we going to go with this, man? Where we going to go with this? Let's go with this other positive news. Ghost of Yote sold. Hold on, let me find this right. Ghost of Yote sold 2 million in 3 days, right? No, excuse me. 2 million in a week, 1.6 in 3 days. It did fall short of Ghost of Tsushima's 2.4 million sold in 3 days. But this is what I'm going to say. It's still a good thing that this game sold millions, but it also shows that people are not buying first-party games like they supposed to or like they used to do. Can't say the game ain't good. Can't say, I didn't pick it up yet, but from what I've seen, from what I've heard, from what I was told, from watching people stream, these motherfuckers don't buy games. They just don't. And the game is definitely an addition to a great lineup of action games. It's definitely more straightforward and line streamed. It wasn't open source like Ghost of Tsushima was, and it's still great numbers, but games like this need to be supported because, and what also surprised me, this was crazy, Bloody, it made $140 million on a $60 million budget. Now let's go back. $60 million budget and made $140 million. Which means they didn't spend $3.5 billion to make this game, and it's beneficial to the studio. It's beneficial to the players. This is a good look. This is another great situation. This is why I brought it up, because this is if they could take 60 million, generate 140 in revenue, we don't need $500 million games every other third AAA game. We just don't need it because it's killing the market. And as you see, no matter what they put into this game, it sold less than the original launch of Tsushima, and they still made money. So that's what I wanted to bring up. Bloody, talk to me. Have you picked up Yote?
I have not picked up Yote yet. I was like, for those who know, I was like, your boy, I'm out here busy. I was like, I got so many games on my backlog, from big titles and little titles, stuff that I'm reviewing, stuff that I'm streaming, that I keep getting sent. I was like,
wow, be nice.
I was like, Yote. No, I was like, I'm being straightforward.
No,
not
you. I'm talking about the chat. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the thing is that Yote did have my interest. I was like, I love Tsushima, right? I really love what they did with Tsushima, and I was interested in Yote. I really love what they were trying to do with it. I just didn't. It wasn't a top priority on my radar at the time. I'm glad that it's a success, right? I'm glad that one, Sucker Punch was able to make the game on the kind of budget that they did. I was like, $60 million is still a lot, but it's a fairer.
Nah, that's about average. I'm
saying
it's not a lot.
I was like, it's a fairer budget compared to what we.
No, it is.
I was like,
that's about average today, though, for AAA. 500 million is a little different.
I was like, I think that a lot of major publishers of first party games are typically above 100, but just under 2. That's why I said, why I said this one is on a fair budget. It's a little bit less than that, but they did a great job with it, right? And I'm glad to see that they made, they more than made the money back on it. I was like, even with the sales that they had, I was like, it's great. I was like, as we've seen though, I was like, we've seen that this sales are either going to take off over time or they're going to kind of stable out. Right now, we knew that the people that in the sales that they have right now were the people who were going to jump in it from day one. I was like, but now it's the case of how is it going to go long term? I was like, a year from now, 2 years from now, that's where we want to see where the sales are going to be. Because look at every other game that did big. I was like out the gate, or even mildly out the gate, and then where they got 2 years later. Either way, I'm not gonna take away from the success. I love Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch has always been one of my favorite Sony studios. I love the Sly Cooper series. Obviously, I'm a super Infamous fan. I was like, so I want to see what they got next. I'm glad that they seeing the success. So, more on to them.
Facts. Well, I know I don't gotta really go to the second host, but you got any positive things or anything to say about this game? Old man.
I'm glad the game is doing good, and I'm happy for it, and I'm glad they got a successful game out of their studio with not costing, like you said, about $3-5 million zillion dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And honestly, we agree on that. Games should not cost that much to make.
No, can't say that.
But
you don't want
average,
them to cost that much.
On average.
60 is about average for a AAA game.
Right.
People harp on Halo, Grand Theft Auto, $500 million. Those games is way bigger than this game. But continue. We just can't look at price and say it shouldn't be that. No, some games got,
certain games.
A lot of games don't got 1,000 developers on it.
Hey,
Grand Theft Auto, for them to make the new Grand Theft Auto, it probably cost them like $5 billion to make it. Knowing them.
Hey, listen.
It's well over 500. It's well over 500. But that game gonna last like 10 years though.
Yeah.
Hey, look, the only time it's bad is when you put that kind of money into an investment and then y'all abandon it. I'm looking at you, Xbox. I'm looking at what y'all did with the Slipspace engine.
I thought you was talking about Concord.
Concord. That at this point it's a footnote because we already know how bad it is. I was like, that whole purchase is a footnote because we know how bad it is. I'm looking at the fact. I'm looking at the fact. No. I'm looking at the fact.
I'll give Concord an award. At least it didn't ruin gaming like ET did. We can at least say that.
Fair enough, but like I said, I was like, it's a waste. It's a waste of time and investment when you build something like what Microsoft and 343 did with the Slipspace engine, and why Infinite got delayed a little bit, and then now the fact is that they're like the next Halo, they're like, we're going to Unreal 5, we're going to drop Slipspace. I'm just like,
no. There's a reason though. They got rid of Slipspace not because it wasn't a good engine. Halo was so big that they hire a lot of people to help with the game. They had to teach people the engine, which caused problems.
I mean, but that's the...
Listen, hold on. Let me finish. When you have a game of that magnitude, look at Battlefield. They use Frostbite. They don't have no contractors, bro. They've been using Frostbite since 1. We on Frostbite 5.6. It's the same team. Hold on. It's the same team using their own shit. It's not contractors, which usually use what? Unreal. Or what's the other one? What's the other engine?
You mean Unity?
Unity. Every developer don't know how to use Frostbite. Snowdrop. They don't know how to use that shit. The Decima engine. They don't. That's in-house shit. So if you're gonna hire, this is facts. If you're gonna hire outside, if you're gonna hire outside help, don't expect them to know how to use your custom engine.
But that's what I was gonna say is that I understand that fact. But the fact is
that's what it was about.
But the thing is that they literally the engine wasn't even around for more than a year or two before they abandoned it.
But they had to.
But hey, look at Capcom. None of their developers except the small Resident Evil team knew how to use the RE engine. And guess what? They took years to
but
teach.
That's in-house.
Yes, and
not outside people.
But Slipspace is supposed to be in-house. I was like, yes, they have contractors.
No.
Yes,
See,
they have
you're not
contractors.
listening.
They have contractors, yes.
But
they also still have their in-house, bro.
You're not listening. Capcom is a close-knit type group like Nintendo, bro. So is Final Fantasy. Shit, so is Sucker Punch. So is Guerrilla. Listen. When they get an engine, everybody's learning it. But if you go to hire artists, if you go to hire this person, and you bring them into some new shit, they had to teach and work at the same damn time,
and
which caused problems.
Well, again, that's also just bad management. Hang on.
RE Engine is Capcom's engine, so everybody there got to use it.
Hang on.
They may have to learn it, but they have to use it.
But here's the thing. They could have done that with Slipspace. But I'm going to give you a fact on where they've had an in-house team, brought an outside team, taught them, and was developing at the same time, and it worked out. Turn 10, Playground Games, Forza Engine.
Hold on. Excuse you. Because I actually talked to them dudes from Playground. When they was brought in, before they even touched the game, they had 2 years on Turn 10 work. 2. Before they did any hold on. Before they even got a chance, they was taught that. So they came in with experience. Before they made the game.
But
That's
they were
different.
But they were still.
No, I get it.
They were still helping on Motorsport, though. Remember, they were a support. They were a support team for Motorsport before they got able to give the green light for Horizon.
Does Raven Studio help Treyarch? Yes.
Yes.
Does Sledgehammer helps Infinity Ward? Yes. But they don't do major shit. They may do some artwork. They don't do the programming.
I was like, but
different levels. There's levels to it, son. There's levels.
Nowadays, I was like, they split it up. I was like, one studio focuses on the multiplayer, another focuses on the campaign, and you have a team. You have a team that focuses on either
Bloody. It's not that general, Bloody. No, sir.
No, it is. I was like, because they confirmed it before.
Turn 10 taught them how
That's right.
work on
before they even touched the game, bro. They was being schooled. And they was being purchased, which makes them in-house, not hired for gun contractors. When you coming in there blinded, you making excuses, bro.
But again, most of 343 was all in-house. What I'm saying is, why would they drop it within 2 years after
343 consists of like 400 people. They had 1,000 people working on Halo Infinite.
I'm just saying that's my word.
But that's the number. It's like 400 people. They had 1,000 people working on Halo. 1,000. That was not in-house. The nucleus was in-house, but the rest of them dudes hired guns. They just is what, yo, bro, listen. A lot of companies do not bring outsiders in, like for the Decima engine or the RE engine. They don't. Or the Snowdrop engine. They don't.
All the way at the end of the day, I was like, Microsoft has 4 or 5 proprietary engines, and they're not expanding on them. They're keeping them on locked to individual teams.
Fuck that. Unreal 5, everybody can use it. Oh well. Look how long it took us to get infinite content.
I don't see any issues with the id Tech team and what they do over there. I was like,
id Tech is in-house. You keep naming in-house.
Exactly. They are in-house. They are all Microsoft. Why are they not sharing this tech and using their shit? Why are they using open source? Is what I am saying. We're seeing other publishers use closed stuff and teaching their other teams. And guess what? They making that shit shine. I don't see anything else like fucking what's going on right now with what Capcom did with Monster Hunter Wilds. Because that's RE Engine. Guess what?
That's RE Engine.
Exactly. But that's an entirely separate team than the Resident Evil team. What do? They taught them how to do it. So why is Microsoft doing the same thing? They're not doing it. But that's my point. You are proving me right. Why do they have 5 proprietary engines but not teaching that shit to their inner teams?
Because
they're dropping tech.
But hold on. No, hold on. Bloody. Hold on. You're right. They should stick to it. But guess what? Capcom ain't hiring 800 more people to help with Resident Evil 5. No, they're not.
And I get that, but that's why I said that. That's why I said
But that's my point. They're not. Listen. Calm down. Then for Capcom, right? With let's say Code Veronica. They may hire 50 people. Microsoft is hiring like 800 people who don't know how to do the engine on no level. It's a different demographic of hiring. You can't say Capcom is nowhere near the size of Microsoft and the teams they got. No, sir. Neither is Nintendo.
But if they have those size teams, they should have their in-house teams being able to teach it. But that's what I'm saying.
I get it.
But that'll go to my original point.
No.
But they was a waste of money.
To teach it. You didn't see what the one of those contractors came out 2 years ago and said, we just couldn't get the engine. And we didn't have time to learn the game or the engine. We didn't have the time. Because it's move. Let's go. Let's make this money.
And that's why I said 500 million for that engine was a waste. That's why I said it was a waste of money and a wasted investment when they could have done something so much more. That was my original point.
So they took the high road. They said, we're going Unreal. Everybody can use that. Okay. Nobody's mad at that.
No, I ain't mad at it.
I don't care if $1 trillion company wastes money on some shit that don't got nothing to do with us.
Nah.
I don't care about the split space engine. I don't give a fuck. Give me my content. I don't care how you make it. Just like people said with God of War. Yeah, what you call that shit? It wasn't 4K. What'd you call the other 4K? That was fake 4K. What you call that shit? Damn, that shit just slipped my mind.
The 4K?
No, the 4K that they use to make a game look 4K and it wasn't.
Upscale.
No, not upscaling. That's different. Shit. I forgot the title. Who gives a fuck how they made God of War look like that? The point is that it looks good. I don't care how they make it
checkerboard
look
resolution?
Good. Checkerboard rendering. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, that's
if
still
it's
upscaling.
checkerboard.
Yeah.
Who cares? When you get the game in your house, are you going to look at the game and go, damn, this fatigue hat is checkerboarded. I don't like that. Nobody cares.
Listen, I only care about frames over I was like, I couldn't care over frames over
Nobody cares. We are gamers. I don't care how you make a game shine. I don't care how you got ray tracing to work. I just wanted to look good on my 77-inch fucking OLED.
That's fair.
I don't care. Who cares? I don't care. Listen, they wasted $500 million and we didn't get no content for like 9 months.
That's why I said wasted
investment.
What
matters.
I know, and that's why I said waste.
None of this shit matters. Fuck. Use Unreal. If it's gonna work, fuck it.
Thank you, Back. I was like, it does have something to do with us because it's how they're using the money, our quality, and our time.
Oh yeah.
Our wait time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If Microsoft can't pay the lights, do your lights go off in your house back? No. I don't give a fuck.
I was like, but it affects our friends that can't pay their lights anymore.
That's not my business. They don't pay my bills. Friends are no friends. Ain't nobody paying my bills. We cool, but we ain't cool like that. But anyway, let's continue to move on. It's good to see this game doing well. Yote, it's good to see 2 games back to back. Good news. No fucking closures. No fucking layoffs. Thank God, because that's what the fuck we've been hit with. This whole generation. Shout out to COVID. I remember if you said COVID on YouTube, they was taking your video down or making your algorithm against you. That's how desperate shit was out here. Now, woo, this is crazy. Might as well get to this. Call of Duty devs said they do not mind the increase in Game Pass because it helps them financially gain money for resources to do more games. Now, chat, I thought this was crazy. But I see Call of Duty is affecting Game Pass. Yes, it's affecting Game Pass. Yeah, they said that shit, Big B. With that being said, I'm going to go to you, Sir X-Men, because I heard enough of bloody shit with these engines.
Hey, yo.
But I'm going to say this. The Call of Duty dev said this will help them make and create more content with the higher charge of Game Pass. How do you feel about those statements coming directly from the Black Ops 7 team?
Okay.
Yo, turn off your vibrator.
Hey, yo, he has that thing working overdrive right now. Come on, old man. I was like, I know that things are bad over there in the old folks' home, but shit.
Yeah, that
He said, pause.
Talk about calling for bloody, I'm coming over. It's saying, buddy, I'm coming over.
Hey, now I'm going to call your nurse and say, hey, I got a geriatric old man over here trying to break in. Get him.
He got a nurse?
Real quick.
I thought, yeah, go ahead.
You know what I tell Call of Duty? Make a better game that you did in the past. You know,
that's that Battlefield bullshit coming out of you. That's that Battlefield bullshit. Whatever.
Call of Duty all the time, man.
Yeah, but you're a Battlefield dickhead. That was weird.
Whatever.
That was some bull. That was a shot. Don't listen to him.
I had to throw a shot, man.
Yeah, you had to.
Your boy ain't here, so
don't try to act like I don't know what you're doing.
Hey, yo.
Don't try, because I know what you're doing.
Hey, old man. Stop glazing the glizzy. Stop glazing the glizzy. All right.
Yo, he's riding around on a horse shaped like a Battlefield glizzy right now. This
That's
shit
what I'm
is
saying.
different.
But
anyway,
he's riding on the tank, but it's a glizzy for him.
I feel like for you
Boy,
to
that was
come
a
out
shot.
with a statement like that is not a good feeling for the community. You know, well, we needed to price up so they can make more money. So we understand why they went up on it for us, so we can give you more content. You make so much money from all the little DLCs you sell, and from what's that game? The mode Warzone, and you can't tell me that you can't fund yourself.
No, that is not what they said. You doing too much. That is not what they said. Yeah, you doing a lot. They didn't say, you know what? I'm gonna let you ride. But that ain't what they said. But okay, I'm gonna let you just go on as
You say
what you gotta say, old man.
Right, I'm not getting involved. You my elder. I'm gonna respect you. Say what you want, Grandpa.
But if you want to hurt the people that pay that subscription by going up, is what you say.
I'd rather listen to this fucking humming.
Whatever, Call of Duty head.
I'm a Battlefield head too.
I know. I say you.
But come on.
Hey yo.
I think it's.
Hey yo.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
We talked about this before. Sometimes our developers need to learn how to shut up.
They ain't the only one.
Next, go to Bloody. You can talk all day.
No, I want you to finish your point.
No, you can go.
There's nobody here to cut you off. You can say whatever you want.
Hey, no, we just talking shit on, man. You do you.
Hold on, Bloody. This is serious. It's serious. Sometimes these developers need to know when to just shut up and do the job. We've talked about this before.
Oh shit! He told them to shut up and play ball.
You know what I'm saying? They need to, because they put whatever. If I'm that bad, I'll back out, man.
No. We're joking. We're joking.
I don't know what's going on.
How you don't know what's going on? You talking?
Yeah,
Bloody just said you basically told him to shut up and keep it moving.
Well, I'm trying to. You can't get him to shut up once he's in a roll, dude. You already know him.
No, he wasn't. Oh, he missed the whole point.
No. I'm not talking about. No, I'm not talking about me. I'm not talking about me. I'm saying you said that about the devs.
Right, you was telling the devs to shut up. That's what he was co-signing your bullshit.
And the devs said, thanks to them and the Game Pass going up, we can give you more options in your Call of Duty. Yeah, and I'm like, sometimes you need to be silent and just let it flow. If it is,
so you didn't like that statement, obviously.
No.
Damn.
You can't make that an excuse. we all know it was corporate that did that shit. So you trying to shield for what corporate did.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be the scapegoat for them. They said, you're going to go out and say this and make it feel like it wasn't really us doing it. And the responsibility was on you because we bought you and saved you from like this possible destruction of Activision. So you do that and blame it on you.
Yo, you are really going
I
deep.
get there sometimes. Let me be.
Okay.
No,
all right.
No,
all right. Hold on, bloody. Hold on. Let me get to this. Let me get to this super chat. I forgot to get. Hold on, and let me give my brothers my titty thanks for those sippy chats.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. I was gonna wait till you finish to get to the
DJ Birdo. Yes, Sir X-Men have a nurse. Her name is Mrs. Patty.
More like Miss Pomelo, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh shit! But yeah, thank you for that super chat. You know my girl is thanking you right now. She appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Bloody, talk to me, man. Talk to me, and we gonna move on because my man, Sir X-Men threw some shit in there. I ain't even see that one coming. I ain't see that shit coming.
You know what? I was like,
I ain't mad at him though.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say, no, Sir X-Men brings up a good point. Is that
I miss yours, Bunty? Hold on, let me see. Go ahead. I'm sorry. No. You continue, bro. I'm looking.
Oh, you got it. All right. No.
I don't got it. I don't see
it
right
here. He said it earlier. I think when he subscribed as a new member for 16 months as a Silver Dragon, Bunty out here throwing him. He said, "Them for blood dead, but enough respect."
Oh, appreciate that, bro. Let me hit you with that titty super chat. Thank you.
Yeah. No, but what I was gonna say here is that
appreciate that.
So X-Men brings up a good point. Sometimes there are definite developers, or not just even developers. There's certain individuals that shouldn't speak because sometimes the way that they construe information or the way that they say things, it comes out bad and it leaves a bad taste for a lot of people. I was like, but you also got to look at it from their standpoint. I get what you're saying, and he's right that they make a lot of money. You know, Activision be getting it hand over fist, just like, you know, every other developer out there that has an ongoing game. Looking at you, Epic. I was like, I don't know how y'all keep making so much money off of Fortnite and y'all can't do anything else. That's just me though. But the fact is that in some cases that money is divested into other areas that is not helping them the most. So overall, we know that the Game Pass subscription cost is going to bring in overall revenue for the company as a whole, and then that gets spread out. So I see where they're coming from in the business side of things, but I also understand where Sir X-Men brought up a good point, is that they already have all these other big revenue streams. Why is it already not able to do what it should have been doing?
Okay, I'm gonna break it down to you, and you should you're supposed to know this.
No, I know.
No, don't agree now, motherfucker. I'll let you rock. You interview developers.
Yes.
You should know better. I'm going to break this down. Chat, I want you to pay attention. First of all, let me say this. Got that membership chat from my brother, Sir X-Man. He is a panel member, but he's also a supporter. He is my brother. I've been hanging with Lemon way too long. Love it. Facts. I make shit exciting for your ass. But I'm going to say this for the record. Let me say this for the record. And shout out to everybody. Yo, we got over 200 people across 5 platforms, and it is absolutely amazing that y'all here with us. Very humbling. Y'all. Greatly appreciated. And I think over you. So I'm going to give y'all the titty chat with the superstar at the end because y'all are MVPs, as my boy Axel would say. Now, let me say this for the record. Sir X-Men brought up a great point. If you was talking about Rockstar, Square, companies like that control their destiny. Activision developers do not benefit from DLC. They punch a clock like the ones at EA, like the ones at Ubisoft. Take-Two with NBA 2K. The NBA 2K devs do not benefit from selling VC. They just punch a clock. We can't, and you know this, bloody. You know this. This is Activision. These dudes punch a clock. They do not control Call of Duty. This is not Rockstar and GTA. This is not CD. Hold on.
No, I'm gonna correct you.
How you gonna correct me?
Because I said again, I understand where they're talking about the revenue income because it affects the company as a whole, and that's Xbox, the publisher, which I said then gets divested into multiple projects. That means partial to them, partial to other stuff. That's what I said. I said I get it,
you also brought
but
up
it's
DLC,
not 100%.
But you said they got other lanes. They don't got other shit.
That's where I said that they're
the developers at Activision don't got other anything. Like I said, let me finish. We're not talking about. No, they don't benefit from that individually.
Individually, yes, but I'm talking about the company as a whole. That's what I'm looking at.
Listen, but they don't control that. They punch a clock. It's like I told you, I work for the biggest transit system in the country. We are top of the food chain financially. But guess what? I don't control shit that happens there. I just work there. I punch a clock. And that's what I'm telling you. This is not CD Projekt Red where they control everything with The Witcher. There is nobody telling them what to do. Or Cyberpunk. This is Activision. EA is the same way. Ubisoft is the same way. Shit, a lot of them Sony companies, Guerrilla them, they don't control shit. Sony control that.
Well, when you're under when you're under a publisher and you're not the head, yeah, that's always how it works.
That's my point. So if they're saying, yo, if we, with it going up in Game Pass, we're able to have budgets to go up to make more content, that's a good thing. I don't know how y'all thought that was a bad thing.
We didn't say it was a bad thing.
It sound like it.
No, I said that I understand where he's coming from. I said that it does help because it brings in more revenue.
Right.
See, that you listening, but you not. No,
I am
you're
listening.
hearing me, but you're not listening to me. There's a difference. That's why I said it allows them to divest into more projects when they had that increased revenue. That's what I said, bro. You ain't understanding me.
No. But then you brought up other avenues like DLC. That they don't benefit from that.
That's why I said
that's
all of that is yes, and that's why I said all that is increased revenue overall. That's why I said. That's where I was getting to. That's why I say you didn't understand or you wasn't listening. You heard me, but you didn't listen. That's what I was talking about.
You and Sir X-Men eluded like they was benefiting as a developer, and they did not because they don't. It's like, look,
they don't get it directly,
Cliff Belinsky, right? Cliff Belinsky, First Gears. The Unreal Epic team told him, "We don't want to be part of that shit. You go do that shit. We'll sponsor you a little bit. You go do that shit." You think he bought those 15 Ferraris off of Epic money or Microsoft money? Because he's never had his own shit. He's always punched the clock. Gears was his shit. Right?
That was his baby. I was like, that was his baby.
Okay, that's his shit.
Right. He was getting a little bit of a He was getting a little bit of a double payday because he was getting it from Epic.
I just said that he was sponsored, but they told him we ain't touching it. We're promoting Unreal Engine and Unreal Tournament. That's what they did to him. This is what I'm saying. So when a developer comes out and says, "Listen, we'll be able to make more projects because we're gonna have more money afforded to us," there's really no negative with that. And I get your X-Men point, and I get your point. But they're not like CD Projekt Red, where they control their own shit. They punch a clock. So if you got a developer coming out saying that, it has to be good because they don't get to see. They don't get some. You got maybe the producers or directors get bonuses if the game do well, but the motherfucking regular artists, the regular programmers that. When you pick up a cup of water and drink the shit,
but I don't think that was X-Men's point. Is that it's not for the individual artist. I think he's saying that overall for the studio, it allows them to have better
I can go with
funding
that.
to do.
No, I can go with that.
And I think that's where the wires are getting crossed a little bit. Is that we're not talking about the individuals.
Right. I'm talking about individuals like
no, we know that for a fact. We know half these budgets are going into bonuses
shit,
for the head. We know that.
They don't have to bring out Grand Theft Auto. Nobody could tell them to bring out Grand Theft at Rockstar.
They don't
Nobody
have to
could
because
tell them
the fact
shit.
that they still make $1 billion every year.
No, I ain't talking about making money. I'm talking about there's nobody to tell them, like a board member. Oh yeah, this shit better come out like Battlefield.
Yeah,
this better come out.
Well, Rockstar answers to Take-Two, but Take-Two answers to them.
No. Yeah, they
But that's what I'm saying is that I was like, we weren't talking about the individual. No, we're talking about the I think that's where it was getting misconstrued. Is that I think he was saying that the developer saying that this allows us to have a bigger budget is he's speaking as if, hey, this gives us the studio more money to do things. Not saying, hey, I'm getting a bigger paycheck. Nah. We know that ain't the fact.
Right. That's not the fact.
I was like, unless there's anything in the contract saying, hey, the game does this or whatever, I was like, you may get a little bonus or something. That's a different thing. But overall, no, this is supporting the studio, not the individual.
Right.
That's where we at.
We gonna move on. We tackled that, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Been absolutely goddamn stunning, man. We are doing well tonight, man. I'm stoked to be here. I swear to God, we changed the time. We got a lot of people here. Y'all the MVPs, man. Y'all the MVPs. Now, I want to talk about this, man. And then we're going to get into the nitty gritty. But I'm going to say this. Next Gen Xbox might ditch the paywall for online gaming. Now, we know on PC they don't pay
for nothing.
No, they pay for shit.
They don't pay for internet. They don't pay for online.
They don't pay for online to game. I don't know if that's good. And I'm going to say why, and then I'm going to let y'all tackle it. We get protected on the console side from cheating. They'll ban your Xbox. You have to buy a new box. They'll ban your PlayStation. Nintendo will ban your account and your system. Right?
And then if it's repeated, they'll ban your IP.
No. Yeah, they'll ban. Yeah.
I was like, so that means any device right. Coming from your house.
From your house won't work. I kind of like that because I can't stand that PC mercenary shit. I can't stand cheaters, right? So, I don't think they should ditch the online paywall because we're protected. But if they're going the route of a hybrid console, which I was going to put on my little schwammy hat and said, I told y'all 6 months ago what it was going to be, but I ain't want to be petty. I'm going to do that on Conversation with Lemetius. But I am going to say this. I do not want to sacrifice free for getting jerked in games. Imagine playing somebody in 2K, they got some bullshit on where they don't miss a shot. You'll never win.
Fair enough.
So look at it in that aspect. Don't look at it saving money, but look at it in that. So, Yo, Mello, appreciate you for pulling up, man. You had to subscribe to be part of the team, so I appreciate you for subscribing. But I'm going to say this, man. I'm not really with free if it's gonna fuck me. No Diddy. So X-Men, we gonna go to you first. Free online on the next Magnus? What we doing?
I want my security in my system. I want to make sure my credit card is secure. I want that notification if there's something funny going on with my online stuff.
You don't get none of that on PC.
Nope. I want to be able to pull up and know, okay, everything's running on my Xbox, everything's fine. Yeah, online is fine, and all that stuff is working. I want the security of them covering me for problems. You know what I'm saying? So, no. I mean, I deal with it.
Yo, chat, tell me what y'all think.
I deal with it on PC sometimes,
Yeah, Bloody, put a poll in the chat, man.
With my car.
To support the free or support the security.
All right, I got you. Let's put the poll up here for everybody. Let's see what
so now I'm gonna say this, chat. I want y'all to get involved with this poll, man. We're gonna start doing more polls. I don't even know why we don't, but I just want to keep it gangster here. It's about us, not them. Them is the corporate. Us is the purchasers. Us is the consumers. Us is the players. Free ain't always better. Free is not always better.
Because even in that Game Pass app that Microsoft has for PC,
Big B, it ain't free if somebody hack your fucking account. Or if they hack your credit card. PlayStation. Free is not better.
2 months they was out because of that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Free is not always better. Give me that 256 encryption. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's not always better. So Bloody, man. Free or security? What we doing? Because free means they don't give two fucks what's going on. You gotta put it in the question with what the hell, Bloody?
No, yeah, on YouTube it works differently. I was like, there's no easy way to do a poll.
Yes, it is. You put poll, the question, and 2 answers. You don't have that available to you?
No, I don't.
Let me see. All right, maybe I got to do something with your name. Hold on.
I was like, unless I'm unless I'm not an editor.
You are.
I'm a mod, not an editor.
You're a mod. There's 2 levels of modding.
Yeah.
Hide user, remove. It's not giving me the option. Let me see. You can't click. Nope, it ain't doing it. Anyway, answer this question when you put it in the We'll
everyone
figure it out for next time.
Here. Everyone give me a 1 in the chat if y'all want security or 2 if y'all want it free. I was like, just throw it up like that.
Talk to me. I can't take Bloody serious with this fucking mask on. Yo,
hey,
Bloody.
cállate, pendejo. Come on now.
I will, chupacabra. Yo, listen.
Bloody, I'm not taking you out for dinner.
Hey, I'm okay with that. I didn't want your dinner anyway because I don't know what they got in the cafeteria, man.
What? So 2 is what? 2 is what, Bloody? Security?
2 is if they want free. 1 is if they want security.
Oh. Oof. Okay, Bloody, you tell me your opinion on this, man.
Yeah.
Pause. That shit was different. Yo, it's a lot of green in the building. Shout out to the members, man. Shout out to the members. Shout out to the members. Yo, listen, Bloody, talk to me, man.
Let's put it this way. I was like, I'm glad that the next gen Xbox is gonna play everything. I was like, I'm glad to know that
we're not going there.
Hang on, no, give me tape. I was like, that's what this whole point. I was like, here's the thing. I was like, if they take away the cost or a part of it is a factor for the online, making the online free. One of the things that we have been paying for the better part of almost 2 decades is Xbox Live. And what has consistently been one of the biggest things that we have had because we paid for Xbox Live was that security. Yes. I was like, because there is no network or infrastructure for online gaming like what Microsoft and Xbox has had. That's why if you look at the history of online, that the amount of outages on a severe level has always been minimal, and there have been less security breaches that has severely impacted the service. Yes, there have been occasions where the service has been knocked out because of something major, but guess what? They usually have it back up within a few days. Nothing more than, I believe, a week at most. I was like, I believe actually if there has been, one of the longest was probably 2 weeks, and that was only in certain things or certain games, right? We have not seen the level and consistency of security breaches and outages like other platforms because of their lackluster security implementations,
It's
let
been
alone
down was in Europe. It was a issue with Europe that they had.
and like I said, I believe it was I think it was only a week, but I think the longest I remember something was like 2 weeks at most. But again, this is what we're paying for. This is what we've had for over 2 decades. I was like, we're not going to see the kind of issues like we've seen on PC, where it is literally the Wild West, where you have people who are able to implement cheats and everything else, whether it's on a hardware level or it's on a software level, or they're able to upload things that allow them to bypass certain things on online networks. I was like, that's why PC. I was like, we've seen it in competitive games. That's what people will do to just ruin other people's experience. And when you're talking about opening that up and changing whenever you're trying to expand your platform and ecosystem to a wider audience, there's going to be some things that are going to change, and there's got to be some things that you have to be willing to compromise on and willing to not compromise on. And I think the security that we've been accustomed to for over 2 decades is definitely one of those things that shouldn't be sacrificed.
Okay. I agree. I see a lot of mixed opinions in the chat, man. Good luck with putting your credit card on some non-secure shit. I'm just telling you. PC Realm is
I've had the same bank account for almost 22 years on Xbox. I never had a problem with my bank.
Me either, but I don't want to start.
Don't teach to
No, listen, they go, listen, free don't mean better. But you know what, chat? We're going to keep it pushing, man. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 more topics. Video games versus TikTok. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Fuck it, I don't care. These pony-centric podcasts was like, oh, they said PlayStation not the competition. The competition is TikTok. First of all, you small-minded idiots. It's not just TikTok. We all in here have cell phones. We all in here live in different parts of the country. We all in here see people cross the street and they're like this. Right? Not paying attention to the street, bus stops, train stations, airports. Everybody's like this. Right?
Yep.
Screen time is what they're talking about, dumbass. Screen time. They've been said, oh, Sony's not the competition. It's about screen time. It's Netflix. It's Amazon Prime. Disney Plus.
I mean, they've been talking about that, though.
Right. Hold on, let me finish. They've been talking about that. This is not the first time they heard it. Since Stadia was around, this is not the first time they heard it. But you see what happens with these bullshit-ass content creators? They take a narrative and spin it for their console war.
It's not even just content creators. It's some of these fake-ass media sites out here.
That too.
I was like, they've been saying that Amazon is their problem. Apple is their problem.
Right.
Why? Because the fact of that they put out media and content that brings attention.
And this is the thing. There was something back in the days. People, I hear people say, oh, cell phones got people distracted. They're crashing cars. They're doing all this stuff. There was something that was a general media situation that had the fucking whole planet distracted. It was called newspapers.
Not the newspapers.
Motherfuckers was driving cars, buses, trains, riding bicycles, walking down the street with newspapers. Today, it's the cell phone. But you know what's on that cell phone? Not just the words of an article of, this person has robbed the bank. No.
Oh, no.
You got all of these social media outlets the TikToks, the Instagrams, the Facebooks. People are in tune with their phones, their tablets, everywhere. So if they go to say, we're fighting for screen time, that's a fact. Half my time I pull over the bus at the end of the line, I go to Twitter, I go to Instagram, I go to TikTok. I don't go to my Ally X and play games. Screen time. Just look at yourself. For people on Twitter, how much do you just look at just general consensus? You here right now. You watching on your phone. You might be in your house. You might be on your tablet. It's called screen time. But if you here, you ain't somewhere else. Just want to point that out. So let me go. Well, I don't know what the hell happened to Sir X-Men, but let's go to Bloody Knuckles. Oh, all right. Well, all right. Well, let's go to you then, old head, because we got to keep you on topic.
You want to know what's funny, Lemon? And you old enough to know that.
I'm not old.
He's not geriatric level old, but he's got the bad knees level old.
You know what?
I don't have bad knees. I got it fixed, number one. And I'm not on Viagra. So I'm not old.
Yeah, I mean,
when you start touching, when you get on Viagra, you be there.
He can't beat it. Can't beat it. He was not to beat it.
That phrase, even though it's totally different now, how they phrased it now. Your parents used to walk in and say, "As all you look at is that boob tube." It's the same thing.
Same thing. That's what I pointed out the newspapers.
More inventions to keep you hooked.
Yep.
We got out of that stuff back in the day. You know what we did? We started playing video games. And then we went out and played with our friends.
Yep. Skelly, basketball, football, something. These kids don't know shit about a park.
Nope. But when it was game time, we all knew.
Shit, we hung out at the mall and go to the pool. That's what we
Right.
The time me and our friends getting together. You know, come over my house. I go over your house. But now, nobody go to anybody's house unless you on one of them hub things. But
yeah.
It depends.
The game might have changed, but the game is still the same. So what y'all talking about? All this
facts, Big B
time online and the TikTok time online. It's the same thing, just with more people because it can express it in more places.
Exactly. It's an outlet for more newspapers.
Yep, because you can get your newspaper now on the phone.
You fucking right.
You
can get everything from shopping, food shopping, right? And technically, Sony has that problem too. Nintendo has that problem too. Like, these cell phones are pulling you away. If I wanted to do something to my daughter, you know what I do? I turn her fucking phone off.
I did that to my daughter before. She lost her damn mind.
Devastated. Right. Just look at the situation, people. And it's screen time. Because look, I average like 150 hours, 160 hours every 2 weeks. I don't have time to beat every single player. I don't have time to run marathons on games. I need to jump in and jump out. That's because of work. And I'm still into social media space where I still got to promote One-Away Dragons TV, get you motherfuckers to like and subscribe, get you motherfuckers to share. It's a lot of work. That's less time for gaming, but continue.
A while ago on this topic, you know, we talked about it briefly, you know, in the past, just briefly. But it's like the people that are really bitching about this, as I say, you know, I don't try to curse that much. But they're the same ones that are on TikTok that don't buy games, that don't play games.
Yeah.
So how you gonna spend all your time on TikTok and Twitter, really a lot of y'all, but you don't buy
Which is not a
games.
bad thing. It depends on how you use it, but continue. Because
You
I
know what
use
I'm saying.
I shoot videos on
Gist of
TikTok.
what I'm trying to explain.
No. You're 100% correct though.
Yeah. All right, you can kick on from here. You know what I'm saying now. Okay.
Nah, finish. The people might not know. You want to hear what you got to say, bro?
People,
Finish.
if they
I'm gonna go
spend
bloody.
more time with gaming and getting to know other people, you know, in person, in life, and people that you may talk to online, instead of just talking crap on Twitter and TikTok, it's a much better world. But y'all don't do that.
Let me say this. I'm gonna say something that happened to me while I was live on my stream. Was it yesterday? Battlefield. I'm talking. Yo, these fucking dudes ain't talking. Oh, we not doing objective. Dude goes,
I saw that on your stream yesterday.
yo, because of this. I said, you got a fucking mic and you just want to say some slick shit and not call shit out? Antisocial. He had a mic. He just ain't calling shit out.
Dude, I saw
What the fuck you buy a mic for?
I saw so many people did not pick you up in a I was like,
We're not gonna go there. I just want to bring up that point. Nope, we're not
yet
gonna,
he
that's
won't
gonna
stop
piss me.
pick him up. He's right there.
No, he's right, bro. I was like, anyway. Big B with the $1.49. I see salt shaker. Shake it like a salt shaker. Shake it like a salt shaker. I guess that's what that means.
No,
I don't
he's
know.
saying salty.
Oh, I still gave him a thank you for that $1.49. I guess I don't even know what that is.
Bro, he was talking because that was when we were talking about. Yeah,
why
he's saying
you
that the
salty
people.
in these streets, Lemon?
Nah, not even. He was talking about the people who were complaining about what. Not understand what Satya said.
Yeah, I'm like, I wasn't being salty about shit. But I don't even know, not me.
Bro, you gotta pay attention better. Come on now. Come on.
Yo,
now.
cool. Yo.
This is why I'm here.
Wait. Magnus. I ain't even trying to say the first part of your name. Yeah. How you feel about? I don't care about Xbox financials, bro. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't give a fuck about Xbox money unless they start cutting me a check. If they're doing well, that means they're not going nowhere. And we know they're about to touch 5 trillion. They'll be all right. I ain't worried about their bread. But shout out to you, Cygnus, man. Bloody, tackle this so we can move on.
Yeah, so like you mentioned earlier, and I'm gonna be straight on it, is that we already knew what this was. Microsoft had been saying this for years. I was like, it's why they stopped talking about console sales, by game sales, because it's not about that. It's about player retention. It's about time. It's about people who stay in the ecosystem. Why do you think that they talk about active monthly users? Because the fact that those are people who are staying in the ecosystem, who are participating, who are utilizing it. That's where it is. Why do you think that they always say, oh yeah, we're so glad we had 3 million players at launch? I was like,
Facts.
Across all of our services, Game Pass, who bought it, everything. They don't care how many games that they sell. I was like, because of the fact that they also know that they're going to get players from Game Pass. I was like, what they're excited for is the fact that it's like, hey, this brand new game that we launched, whether it's a small title, a big title, whatever, we had 3 million people within the first 2 days, within the first week.
Which is awesome.
Because the fact that means that they had 3 million people that are getting into it, that are going to spend their time with it. And then guess what? Once they get that time investment and they get that interest, then you get the retention, because that's why you see people who stay playing that game for long periods of time. So it's like, hey, the same 3 million. Well, next month, guess what? Now they have 6 million. We got more people playing into it. Guess what? That same 3 million from before, that means they subscribed for another month or whatever they did to get into the game. And now we got twice that. That's what they want. That's the focus. That's what people fail to understand. That's what they've been saying for the better part of 10 years. There's a reason why they stopped talking about sales, because sales are a one-time thing. They want people to stay involved. That's why you see that's why you see free-to-play games got as big as they did. Why do you think that some of the most popular games right now, mobile games, PC games, or whatever, are gacha games? Because of the fact that they stay including updates that are periodic, that are long-term, that have an impact on the game, but they keep introducing new content to keep people interested. Why do you think that Hoyoverse? I was like, why do you think Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero? I was like, why do you think Honkai Star Rail? Those are the 3 most popular gacha games out right now. Whether you're playing on PC, you're playing on mobile, or guess what? They are now on consoles available because
they're now on consoles, right?
Exactly.
Genshin Impact is on consoles.
They make so much money because they introduce new characters and new content that people buy into, because of the fact that they want to stay involved in it. Yes, they put out plenty of content. There's plenty to do. I'm not going to deny that. But guess what? They keep introducing little bits over time that they don't have to jump into. They don't have to pay a dime for, but they're going to keep people playing. And that's what gives them the most out of it. And that's where it all comes down to.
Yo, listen, man. Wow, we got another 80 people across 5 platforms in here. Jesus Christ, you're on fire. Listen, if you come here every week, just hit that like and subscribe. And if you enjoy this content, hit that like and subscribe. We try to give you the facts and great opinions, not just opinionated on some bias shit. Not Sir X-Men. He definitely is an X-bot. But with that being said, shout out to everybody here, man. We are popping, man. Always come over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We got some big things coming up. I will be at the Game Awards show, giving behind the scenes to the members first, and dropping it a week later for everybody else. So check that out.
Your boys also
December 11th, we'll be outside. Listen, man, we're gonna move into this because this topic that was a great segue into this topic. The cost of gaming in terms of the high budgets that they're putting out has pushed companies into going multi-plats. Now we see Microsoft did the big shift, and I wouldn't want Microsoft to pull a Sega, even though they really couldn't, because Sega went bankrupt for putting out great hardware too many times, too close to each other, because it was a great investment in hardware. But Microsoft is the software giants on the planet. For them to have 525 million people across many different devices, software is the way to go, because we all know consoles do not sell or does not make the money. It's always the software. So now that the cost of gaming is pushing, right, now that the cost of gaming is pushing people to multi-plat, we see Helldivers, we see Lego Horizons, Fortnite. Only company that hasn't really went multi-plat is Nintendo, because they have a close-knit team, like people like my dumbass self who just buy Nintendo shit all day.
They have they have a dedicated hardcore fandom. That's what it is.
And I'm part of that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm throwing myself under the bus. But with that being said, with the cost of gaming pushing companies to put games on more devices, Microsoft has been ridiculed for it, but you see it's paying off for them. They're the #1 publisher in the world. They have the most connected people and devices. It's definitely a digital age. Bloody! Do you see Sony taking more of the higher road and making this happen? And do you think Nintendo will join this if the sales buckle for them?
Nintendo, I don't think they have to worry about that, because not only are they a software giant, they own everything. They also have hella merchandise sales. They're kind of solid. I was like, I don't think they need it as much as anyone else, because there is so many people that are dedicated to them. I was like, they don't have to worry. Will it eventually get to a point where they may have to do something? Maybe. I was like,
right,
but
not today, not
in the foreseeable future. I was like, which is crazy to think about the fact that they were almost bankrupt once.
Thank you, Big B.
I was like, so it's crazy to see the kind of turnaround where they're at the point of hey, we don't need anything else. We don't need to put anything else, because we have every sucker in the world that's going to buy our stuff no matter what. And you know what? That's on them. Now they make some.
Why we gotta be suckers?
Because that's the way they treat us. Let's be 100% honest. That's the way they treat us.
Wow.
Hey, no, I don't want to hear it. I was like, any Pokemon fan out there that's played any of the last 3 releases would know they a sucker because those games have been broken to all hell.
I heard they was terrible, but see, I don't play Pokemon, so I don't give a damn.
You don't. That's one, but I'm just saying.
I don't play Pokemon.
Nintendo
I play Mario though.
Hey, listen. I was like, you think that
though.
other companies out here nickel and dime us? I was like, nah. I was like, Nintendo be nickel and diamond and making you feel dirty for it, and you still suck up to them anyways. Sony
on Big B, I never thought that.
Hang on,
that was the fake ass content creators creating the narrative. I never thought Microsoft was buying Sega. They're not for sale. Sega don't own Sega. Sammy does.
Well, remember, Sammy has divested part ownership of Sega.
Yeah, but they're not selling.
They're not selling, but they have separated. They are still partners. They are still partnership. But
they're not selling.
Yes, they haven't sold, but that's why I said that they divested and separated. So
whatever.
Yeah, but as I was saying,
Microsoft ain't buying fucking Sega.
No. But at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, eventually Sony is going to realize that they need to go multi-plat. I was like, the thing is, they don't need to go multi-plat.
At least day and date on PC.
Day and date on PC.
At least.
I was like, at least. But I was like, if they want to do delayed releases or things like that, fine. But don't miss the windows by overextending it. Look at what happened.
Oh, they always
that's what they always do. They always do that, especially because they're not doing day and date with PC. But remember, I was like, Helldivers had been massively wanted by the community, not just the company, the community, to be multi-plat on Xbox for a longer time. If they did that within the first year, I'm pretty sure that Helldivers would be on a whole different level than where it is right now. Don't get me wrong; it's still being successful. It's still being great. But it could have been a lot better. It would have been bigger. Exactly. So here's the thing: is that they need to better watch those. They need to better watch those time frames and moments on when they go multi-plat. Because look at what Microsoft has done. They've learned the time frame. They learn on how to keep it just exclusive enough on consoles and where they're going to release day and date for everyone on everything, all that kind of stuff. And it always succeeds for them. They always know PC's a priority.
You know what's going to do big? You know what's going to do big?
Keep
waiting for that Starfield.
Hey, hang on. But they're gonna get it eventually. But here's the thing: Sony especially needs the multi-plat a lot more consistently and a lot more frequently because of the fact that people fail to realize is that Sony is bleeding money in all their other subsidies.
You're not going to be talking the facts here.
No, I'm talking facts. Doing that. You're not going to do that. Their cameras are not making the money because they're losing out to who? The 2 biggest names in the camera game, Nikon and Canon. They're losing out in the TV. They're losing out in the TV.
I got to correct that. They are not losing to Nikon, bro. There's only 2 players in the camera division that matter. Sony and Canon. Nobody. No. Listen to me.
I was like, Sony has the high end. I'll give them that.
No. So does Canon, but nobody else matters.
I was like,
Nikon with the L Mount Alliance. Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Nobody. Hasselblad, too expensive.
I was like, but at the same, I was like, the thing is that Nikon is definitely running the lower, the low end nowadays. I was like, but Canon is
low end.
But again, no, Sony doesn't have a low end. So guess what? They're losing out on all that money. And
wait.
Who's running the mid to high game?
Hold on. No. They have a low end, bro.
What is it? What people are going for? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Anyways,
no. Continue. Son, I'm telling you.
I know, but I'm saying at the same time,
this is my expertise, son.
But
they got a low end.
I was like, the thing is, camera game, they bleeding money out of.
No. You can say TV game.
Oh no, TV without a doubt. I was
TV,
like,
they're getting destroyed.
Because hey, listen here, TVs. I don't even know why they keep trying. You know why? Because low end, it belongs to who? LG and TCL.
No. It's
Hang
TCL.
I was like TCL for sure, but LG also has low end.
No.
But the thing is,
LG,
who's now?
LG, Hisense is next.
Okay, TCL Hisense.
LG is not.
I'll say that LG
medium range.
I was going to say
Samsung's still
when
number
when
one.
you mentioned Hisense, I'm just like, yeah, they've come up. So if you want to look at low end, TCL Hisense run the low game. I was like,
no, they do.
Who's running the mid to high game?
The
LG?
mid game is LG.
And then
the Samsung is number one still.
Exactly. Samsung is number one.
Sony is number 5.
I was like, but then I was like,
they're getting punished.
But again, that's two industries where they're losing out
and movies don't count. I'm gonna tell you why. Hold on. Wait. Let me see. Hear my point. I'm gonna say, yo, what up, Pickles World? What up, No More Omar? What's good? Listen, let me say this for the record. Movies don't count, and I'm gonna tell you why. They have so many studios that they've been bleeding for years. That's not even something to even talk about. That's a given.
and that's why I'm gonna say I was like, that's why I was gonna mention.
I don't even know how they're surviving.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was about to say is that Sony Pictures. I don't know how Sony Pictures is doing what they do. How they keep being able to afford $250 million budgets on a movie that is making like $30 million back. I was like. The only thing that Sony Pictures has put out that's been successful is their animated films, and I was like, and sometimes their animated films have been selling, but here's the thing: they make stupid deals and sell away the rights to them. No.
Hold on, Blake. Hold on. Get out your face. It's not the anime. It's not the anime, bro.
No. Hang on. No, it's the animation has been saving them. Look at the Spider-Verse films. I was like, all right. I was like, here's the thing.
Don't count. That's Spider-Man.
But it's still owned by them and it's done by their animation studio.
No. Listen. That's not anime. That's cartoons.
I said animated. Japanese. Animated. That's not anime. Animation. It's all the same. But again, hang on.
Spider-Man has saved their ass.
Exactly. That's what I said. Lemon. You're proving my point. What I mentioned earlier. You heard me, but you're not listening.
But the animation rest of shit.
But here's the thing. But anytime they make certain deals, they screw themselves over. And you know why I want to point that out?
I think LG's dead.
Hang on. Do you know? I was like, you know how successful K-pop Demon Hunters is? I was like, so successful. You know what they did? That it was animated by Sony's animation studios. But you know what? They had so little faith in it. For $20 million, they sold 100% of all rights for that to Netflix. I was like, and Netflix made so much money off of the premiere of it that they then turned around and made a sing-along version that they put out in theaters. Right? And hang on, they're making merchandise off of it. They made money off of putting it in theaters for people to go and see it. They're trying to work on getting concerts for the performers. You're talking $500 million to more off that one property, and Sony has to foot the bill, and they get nothing on return. They screw themselves over because they stupid.
They screwed themselves when they bought Evo.
yes, and that's what I'm saying. Is that's the point of it. They bleeding money out of everything. So the only thing that's been successful in revenue has been PlayStation. So they need to go multi-plat because it's the only thing that's bringing in money. Because everything else, no,
that's their lead platform.
Like I said, they pulling a cheddar bob and they shooting themselves in the thigh every time because they don't know how to do what they do.
That's facts, Spartan. All right.
I'm done.
All right. Yeah, you all done, God damn it. I was agreeing and not agreeing at the same time with you because they definitely not struggling in cameras. They neck and neck with Canon. Neck and neck. Nikon is a joke. Them and Panasonic. But anyway. Now, I want to know. This is crazy.
I didn't go on this topic yet.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
The whole thing away. I was like,
yeah, he did. Yo, I thought you went first. He went so long.
I went first. No.
Oh, my bad.
I was like,
go
yeah,
ahead, bro.
let him go.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Nintendo gonna do what they do because they like to protect the rights to that stuff. So it's gonna be a long time before they decide to change. Things have got to be really going down south for Nintendo to do something. Xbox is doing what they're doing. Everybody know we can't avoid it. It is what it is. They already sharing their stuff. PlayStation, that's the big one. Because you got the old hats that are thinking old way. Mm-hmm. They're trying to talk about getting there, but I've talked about it before, but they're not getting there fast enough as far as spreading their things out on day one to other platforms. It's going to take them a while to change too. Right. You saw Capcom learn with Street Fighter 4. We need to put that stuff on day one. And ever since that, they started putting their games everywhere now. They stopped just making it one console. You saw Konami started doing that too now. And I was like, thank you, about time. So more developers and game makers other than Sony are starting to come around to listen to that stuff everywhere and make the money while we can. Get it fresh, hot out the door day one. No more stragglers. You notice you don't see Sony really buying too many rights other than, to have their games on PlayStation first for quite a while. They're not doing that as much anymore. They may buy the rights to the game to public, to advertise it and stuff like that and give little perks. But the other developers, they're not allowing a lot of that anymore. They're like, we need to get our games out to more consoles. And I hate to say it, Microsoft caused the roads for that. And they're racking the profits up because people are playing a lot of their first-party games everywhere. The first-party and third-party games with Play Anywhere. I mean, that's a big deal that nobody talks about. That's also another thing, guys. You can play it on PC and play it on PlayStation. Nintendo is next, where they start having games on their console from Xbox. That's next. That's coming. So it is what it is. You go where the money's at in this digital world, and Microsoft changed everything when they went pretty much all digital, in the early days, and the 360 and the Xbox One. So that's when the change started, and people just gotta adjust to it. I don't like adjusting to it because I still like my original first party games, but ain't nothing I can do about it. I'm not on the board. I don't control
Facts.
So only thing they could do is keep games coming to my system. That's all I'm saying. That's my ecosystem. That's where my friends play. Just keep it in my ecosystem. And that's all I care about. All right. Go ahead.
All right. Now let me say this, man. I got a question for the chat. I got a question for the panel. This is a quick one before we gonna get into how, at the end of the show, how Microsoft has been feeding everybody games, flourishing, but keeping the generation alive. We're gonna talk about that. But we're gonna get to this. Will a Mount Rushmore of Sony ever hit Xbox platforms? Now, I hate when people do this. Xbox, Ally X, you could play PlayStation games. You could play PlayStation games on a Windows-supported handheld for the last 4 years. The Xbox Ally X is not the first Windows handheld that plays Sony games. It's not. My question is, like Helldivers, like the baseball game, the show, will the Mount Rushmore of PlayStation hit an Xbox platform? We know they got an old-ass game, 25 years, which This is what I talked about this to my man Destin Laguerre. I said, what has Microsoft technically gave Sony? You got an old ass gaming Gears coming, 19, 20 years old. You're bragging about Halo touching the system. It's not Infinite. It's not 5. It's not 4. It's not ODST. Damn sure ain't Reach. It's Combat Evolve without multiplayer. So, what has technically Microsoft given you guys if you only are a Sony fan? Now, my thing is, will God of War, Horizon, Ratchet and Clank, or Uncharted ever hit an Xbox system? We don't know. So I'm gonna start with you. Yo, chat, talk to me. What do you think? Hold on, before you buzz me to death with your rose.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, wow. Here we go again with the... Listen, talk to me, chat. I want to know what y'all thinking about the Mount Rushmore of Sony. Will it ever hit an Xbox platform? Because the way that the first-party games are selling this generation, it's looking kind of suspect. And you're not going day and date with PC, which you should. You have to make this money. You can't keep demanding a company make AAA games, then they don't sell like they needed to. Not how you think it should, but how they needed to, and you keep wanting sequels. So, I want to know from the chat, do you think the Mount Rushmore games will be hitting Xbox? Will they go the multi-plat situation? Because it's really working for Microsoft. We seen what Forza did. That shit is a Xbox One X game that sold millions on PlayStation. Nobody ever thought that would happen. We saw what Indiana Jones did. We saw Gears of War Reloaded. More pre-ordered than Ghost of Yote and Death Stranding 2 combined. I thought that was crazy. And somebody said to me in the chat last show, where did you get those numbers? That shit came from the PlayStation Store. That didn't come from Lemon. So when you come here and you hear some shit that you don't like, blame your company that you worship. I'm just reporting what I read from the Sony store. Sony put that out. I'm just regurgitating it. So anyway, just saying. What do you think will you ever think the top 3 will either go day and date on PC or hit up Xbox platforms? So X-Men, touch on that.
I think the best thing that Sony can do right now is make a God of War trilogy, put it everywhere, and put it on Xbox.
You're just not going to answer the question, though. Answer the question. Stay on topic.
Eventually,
don't answer it how you want to answer it. Answer what you were asked.
Technically, if you think about it, I answered it in the last topic, but to reiterate on it, I think eventually Sony will stop giving some games over here. It's going to take them longer because they're older in their mindset. And that's the problem. So when it happens, don't be surprised. Just like Microsoft remastered a Gears of War for them. They remade it and they gave it to them. They remastered a Halo, Evolved.
Right.
And technically a Halo Evolved in the beginning never had
Combat Evolved. Don't you disrespect the name.
Halo Evolved never had online multiplayer.
Combat Evolved, bastard.
You know what I'm talking about, damn it.
Listen, if it was Battlefield, you get the name right. You don't get that name right.
Let me be old.
Nah, fuck that. You don't get this shit right. You're not gonna disrespect my game. Fuck that.
I loved Halo 1. But no, it never had online multiplayer. We had System Link. Everybody Doing
We
up
had
LAN
Xbox
parties
Connect.
back in the day. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? That's how
Right.
we did it. And it did have 4-player split screen.
Split screen.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
you're gonna get the Halo the way we got it when it first came out.
Take that. Take that.
You're not gonna get it the new way. You're gonna get it.
You're not gonna get
old
it the
way.
bells and whistles. Like I took, listen, man, I hit up Ryan McCaffrey. He was like, yo, people are disappointed that the Halo don't have multiplayer. First of all, the first Halo didn't have multiplayer.
Nope.
Not online.
Nope.
It was split screen, 4 players and connected through a LAN.
Yep.
Facts. And people on PC and Xbox don't need the online. We got that. MCC suckers.
Now
We don't need it. We got it already. We got it already.
Now,
This is just a graphical engine update to the single player campaign
Yep.
with 3 extra missions. Suck it up.
Now you lucky.
Because if you
got,
a Halo fan and you haven't played this game, then you're not a Halo fan.
now you lucky you got 4-player online co-op. You lucky.
Right.
Cause we didn't have none of that.
Right. Right. I hate, listen, this is what killed me about these content creators and these goddamn social media outlets. Stop. The first Halo did not have online multiplayer. It did not. Stop it. Have 4-player split screen. Facts. You want Master Chief Collection, we don't need it. PlayStation people are missing out. Not the PC and Xbox community. We're not gonna get in here frauding the public like this is a disgrace. Disgrace to who? We had to play the campaign like everybody. Let them get an introduction. Let them get their toes in the water wet. Let them do that. Let them do that. They got Gears Reloaded with multiplayer, and guess what happened? They tapped out because they got their asses busted.
I heard about that.
Turn off that crossplay. Stop playing with my emotions, Smokey. You know what we do out here. You know what we do. You know the type of game. That's why Helldivers is doing good, because we are the cooperative community. We play those games.
I'm laughing
We
at the truth.
play together.
I'm laughing at the truth.
We communicate. Y'all don't talk over there. The last time y'all talked in the game was SOCOM.
Yeah,
Two.
and most of them didn't have the mic to go with it because you got to buy us separate.
No, I bought the bundle. But I'm just saying, we can't, I hate the media sometimes. Oh, it don't have multiplayer. Bitch, it didn't have multiplayer when it launched.
Nope.
Why y'all lying?
Never did.
Why are you trying to pretend that this shit didn't happen in the beginning? Let them get their toes wet. Like we had to get them wet. Let them, you want to be part of Halo? Be part of Halo. Fuck with that campaign.
That's why Halo 2 was the GOAT after that. It
Facts.
was the GOAT.
Facts, Big B. This is, with
Sorry about that. I'm
age
back.
comes great responsibility. Motherfucker! You think I'm this old for no reason? I've been gaming a long time. And you know what's best part about Lemon? I don't forget shit.
And I didn't forget.
I don't forget nothing.
That's why I'm being.
This is why when you look at these IGNs, these Euro gamers, they full of shit. Yeah, we didn't have that shit back in the days. You starting over, not us. I got MCC, baby.
Hey, there's a
I got
reason.
that MCC, baby.
No. See, this is what they don't understand is because there was a reason LAN parties were such a thing back in the
that
day.
Shit. Bloody just came back and said what Sir X-Men said. You know why? Because those are facts.
Hey, I don't know any game that had motherfuckers carrying their computer, their whole ass desktop, or all of their consoles and be like, hey, yo, we're meeting at homeboy's house. There's going to be like 10 of us. We're going to link up for a LAN party. And you had 10 dudes bringing a TV too. So that way they could plug that shit in and all play together.
Let me get to this super chat from my man, DJ Birdos. There's a reason they call it Campaign Evolved. Facts. Talk that shit, bro. Talk that shit, bro. Talk that shit, bro. First of all, y'all better stop playing with your boy. Stop playing with your boy, Lemon. I don't play with y'all, man. I don't play with y'all. I just talk facts. You ain't gotta like what I'm saying, but they not lies.
But quickly iterate on this, and finish it up. They gonna have stuff eventually. They ain't got a choice because Microsoft is putting their stuff everywhere. They got people playing their stuff everywhere, every system, everything. Mm-hmm. And if you stay in that one cycle, the way you are right now, and it's that old saying: either innovate, follow, or get out the way. That's all it is.
Man, get your ass out the way, sucker.
All right, go ahead.
Anyway, bloody man. Mount Rushmore of PlayStation. Let me switch this cams, man. Let me get up close and personal. Listen, do you think the Mount Rushmore will eventually hit Xbox? Or will they struggle to sell games, or will they go day and date? That is a 3-part question. Get to it so we could go to the last topic.
Will the Mount Rushmore come? Yes, they need it. I was like, it's not a fact of if, it's a matter of when. Will it be day and date?
Thank you, Spartan.
No, it won't be day and date. However, we are going to see the window of exclusivity on how they'll keep it from other platforms shrink. Yep.
Ooh, that's my brother. That's why I rock with you.
Just like we saw with Xbox, how at first it was a year, then into 6 months, and now they're keeping it consistently about 3 months. All right, that's roughly the sweet spot.
No, you missed. Hold on. You missed my point.
I was like,
my point. You was
no.
gone.
What I'm saying is that we saw. What I'm saying, I'm using them as the example because guess what? Who's been setting the blueprint? Them. So,
hold on. Let me say this before you finish. Technically, what has Microsoft truly given them but old shit?
Exactly.
Technically,
but hang on. There's a couple new things, right? There's a couple new things.
No. There's things that was already multi-plat, and they got Indiana Jones.
Hang on.
That's it.
They got Forza Horizon 5. That
is old shit.
It was only about 2 years. 2 years old.
No. It came out this year, and that game is from 2021. That's an Xbox game.
Okay,
that's not even an Xbox Series X game.
Hang on. Again, it's still new. It's still new-ish. It's still the current generation.
No, it's not current. That was an Xbox One game.
Forza Horizon 5 was on the Series X, bro.
No. Excuse me. That was an Xbox One game with Series X enhancements. That's an Xbox One game.
But hang on.
Current gen.
It's still, that's why I said it's new-ish. It's still within the current generation. It's still within a few years. Now, I will say that you're absolutely right with them getting Gears of War Reloaded. That was the original. When did that come out? 2006. I was like, now they're getting Halo 1 with Halo Combat or Campaign Evolved, right?
Right. So what are they really giving them?
I was like, they're
leftovers.
Not even leftovers. They're getting the crumbs of what was and saying, hey, this is what y'all been missing out on. Y'all know y'all want it. So come on. But that's what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that they're giving them something, and some people be like, oh no, they're giving them all their good stuff. I was like, is it really though? I was like, they're giving them a taste of what we've had for decades.
Yes, Sea of Z's. The Kraken is lacking. Was the #1 game purchased for 2 months, but the Kraken is lacking.
But that's what I'm saying. That's at that point, that game was almost 10 years old by that time that they got it. So what I'm getting at is that, like I said, that's why I said Forza Horizon.
What have they really given? This exactly. Is why I don't understand why these people are going crazy.
And that's why I said,
what have they really given them?
But that's why I said, I was like, the only thing that they gave them relatively new-ish was Forza Horizon 5 because that was the latest installment, the latest
and it's still not new.
It's still not new. That's why I said new
Xbox One.
new-ish.
Oh, buddy, let me get a second real quick,
Yes.
because both of y'all are right. But here's the killer part: Microsoft is coming out with older games that's down the line that we used to have, and they're charging the full price for the game.
You know what the top pre-order get? You know what the top pre-order for Forza was? The $100 version.
Yep.
And that, like I said, it got Xbox Series X enhancements, but that is a Xbox One title.
Full price
And
that is not a Series X game.
And I understand that. I completely understand that. But what I'm saying is that it was still new-ish. It wasn't.
No,
it wasn't like they were.
It's still 4 years old.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Is that it's still relatively within the most recent.
And I'm not even
releases.
a Forza Horizon fan. I like Motorsport better.
But at the same time, like I said, I was like, yes, we all could play. Oh, they're getting this game. Oh, they're getting our big titles.
Right.
But the thing is that, yeah, they're getting our big titles. But
you got Halo.
Are they really? Are they really though? I was like, it's the original ones.
No. You know what they do, bloody? Oh, they gonna get Gears with EA day one. Did they say that?
No, they did not. I was like, and they definitely did not say that they're going to be getting it anytime soon.
And listen, this is why I play games on multi-console. I ain't got to wait for Gears of War to hit Xbox. I buy it on PlayStation.
You mean you don't got it? Hang on. Gears of War.
God of War. I meant to say God of War.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
this version, motherfucker, that version.
I know, but that's why I said at the end of the day, I was like, we know that Mount Rushmore is gonna come. It's just a matter of when. I was like, and the fact is, it's because of the fact that they gonna need that money because they're not seeing the same returns that they used to. I was like, now, like I said before, we're gonna see that window shrink on the exclusivity. It's going to get smaller and smaller. Like I said,
and we're gonna get into that next.
Day and date. It needs to be day and date with PC. That is a given. That is a fact. That needs to happen because who learned it first? Microsoft. And whose blueprint are they following?
Well, hold on. Microsoft is a PC company,
but they weren't doing day and date with PC. I was like, they were doing first on console. They tried. It didn't work, but then they got it. They got it fixed. They found the right formula.
The architecture for console.
But that's what I'm saying is that they got the right formula. They figured out how to make it work. They were able to do both launches, and guess what? Those games blew up in bigger ways, and they made money hand over fist.
I still can't take you serious.
That's what PlayStation needs to get down first. They need to have day and date. That needs to be a given. Then we'll start seeing the other consoles.
They don't have the teams.
I understand that, Lemon.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm just saying it out loud so people understand.
But
Sony does not have the teams. They hired two different teams to do ports, whereas Microsoft, being at the PC company that they are, all they developers are PC developers. That's why they could do day and date with the same team because they come from PC.
Yes.
And people don't understand. People didn't even know that. So that's why I wasn't telling you, bloody. I just was talking while you adding to what you were saying.
Yeah.
But people don't know that the teams in Microsoft, even Turn 10, they're PC dudes. That's why they could do both ports at the same time and it'll drop. Back in the days, they couldn't do it because the hardware couldn't do it. But continue, bloody.
But that's
then we're going to go to the last topic.
That's why I said, I was like, that needs to be their first focus. If they can get that right, then they can move on to the next step, which is reducing that exclusivity window. Because when they take too long, they lose the interest. Like we said, Helldivers was a great success on Xbox because guess what? The community had been wanting them to make it multi-plat because why? It's the perfect game for co-op. It's the perfect one. But they took too long and there was a loss of interest. However, there's still a great success. But it could have been bigger if they did it sooner. So we're going to see from maybe a year to down to 6 months. And I think honestly between 3 to 6 months is the sweet spot that they need to hit because that's what Microsoft is doing. That's where that needs to be. I was like, now which game they're going to release first is going to be the big one. I was like, what are they gonna do? Honestly, I don't think anyone really cares enough for The Last of Us to be that.
I think it should be Spider-Man.
It honestly, it either needs to be Spider-Man,
something that's universal.
It needs to be Spider-Man, God of War, or in my personal opinion, I honestly think that Ghost of Tsushima has enough recognition that it would be a good success to be on another platform. Why? Because gamers on Xbox also love hack and slash adventure games, open world. That fits all that I think that it would be enough of a success. But yes, I
No,
think
I
at the
think it's gonna be
but that's what I was saying.
because
I think that top priority. I think
Marvel.
Hold on, let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish, Sir X-Men.
that's what I was saying is that yes, top priority is that easily it's going to be Spider-Man. Yes, Spider-Man's going to be the easy choice because Spider-Man,
Yeah,
everyone knows
Spider-Man's the
Spider-Man,
easy choice.
everyone knows Marvel. I was like, it's an easy dub. It's an easy hey.
Yo,
Here's
Kendra
Spider-Man.
was good. Yeah, thank you, Kendra. That's a fact, man. Let me highlight that. Listen, man. First of all, y'all see, I've been highlighting chats. I use OBS. I don't use StreamYard and all that other shit that do this shit for you. So I literally programmed this into OBS for y'all to get the highlight. That's why you got the fancy effects, a little light going across. I did all that for y'all. Just to highlight people when they even don't super chat. You may not get them titty super chats, but you'll still get a little highlight when you say something that's very relevant. So always greatly appreciate it. I want to thank everyone here, including my panel, for being absolutely amazing. Even my co-host, who looked like he should be playing Stray with that cat face on. That shit is weird as fuck.
One, it's a fox.
Whatever, it looks like Stray.
I think he should be living in San Francisco with that outfit.
Nope, I'm not even going there. But I'm gonna say this. We're gonna get into this last topic, man. I was going to put on my shwammy for y'all, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to save that to a conversation with Lemetius. But I'm going to tell you this. I told y'all about the next Xbox. I told Dirk Griggity on what the next and hell was going to have in it 5 months ago, excuse me. Nobody believed me. I told y'all it's going to be a different demographic with these games moving forward. Nobody believed me. You know why? Because I got 2,300 real people in the chat. 2,300 that really rock out on this channel. Greatly appreciate it. But I don't be putting my opinions on my sleeve without no facts. If I say something is an opinion, I go, yo, this is my opinion. I feel like this. But if I say, yo, I know this is happening, that's when my boy Wise Old Gamer got to buy me some games. Because he put a bet up. And I said, next Xbox is going to be the most powerful hardware for consoles on the planet. No, it's not. Why would they do that, Lemon? They're losing. You see how that's working out. So now we about to get into the facts. Whew. Magnus is going to be a problem. And I'm going to tell you why this is good. And I'm going to tell you why this is bad. It's good because for people that want the simplicity of still popping in their games and playing with PC power, should buy a Magnus. And you might not have to get a PS6 if they go day and date. Because it looks like the Xbox next system will play PlayStation games better than the base PS6. Maybe they'll make a Pro to match. Maybe they'll do that. But damn, it's getting rough in these streets. Microsoft has found their legs. They notice we're a PC company in the video game space. They're not a video game company in a console space. So they're taking it to another level. If they drop the paywall for online, I ain't really with that. But that's another bonus. You still got Game Pass. And people say, oh, I could just build a PC. A PC is not the best option over console because it doesn't have a unified system. But if they make a console $1,200, I ain't gonna say 14, I'm not gonna say 1,000, I'm gonna say $1,200, which is basically unified memory, cache, and bandwidth. PCs are built differently. Let me break this down. You buy a GPU, amazing. You buy a bullshit motherboard, maybe a medium range CPU, and some okay RAM. That system is not unified. Everything works individual for a big picture. But a console has a target. We're going to build this iGPU with this unified RAM. Everything works in conjunction. Usually, it runs better than the average PC. So if they build a high-end PC built on one of them high-end iGPUs, you will have a better situation than building a PC. This is why it works better. Not might, but this is why it works better. So I wanted to break that down to y'all. Now you're gonna have a system that will play World of Warcraft, which brings a whole new console community into a space that never experienced this. You already can use mouse and keyboards with a PS5, Xbox Series X. You can use that, or Series S. You can use that. You're not subject just to controllers like back in the days. So we already there. So if you want to play World of Warcraft on the next Xbox, you'll be able to do that. You'll also be able to put Steam on your console, Epic Store, GOG, Amazon, many others. The games that won't hit console and still work with a controller like the Xbox Ally X or the Ally X or the Legion Go 2 or the Iron Neo or the Steam Deck. I can continue. But with a great fidelity. So this is what they're doing. The next Xbox is going to be a problem. Now, if you can afford it, it's something else. But if you buy it, you'll be able to play Spider-Man 2 better than the Pro. Facts. You'll be playing the God of War. Facts. At a better fidelity. Now, we don't know if they're going to have it open-ended where you can put emulators, but if they do, you'll be able to play. Need I say it? Nintendo shit better than Nintendo. Just saying. So now, with that being said, so X-Men, Magnus is looking like a problem. You might have to pay for it, but look at what I just said, and how does that help? You got a PC. You got a 3060. I don't know what type of motherboard and CPU you got, but you got a comparable PC. This is looking like a 5070 performance. How you feeling about that?
Bring on the beat. Let me slap my mag.
What the hell happened to your vibrator? It's gone. It's gone.
I don't. Oh, you mean you actually can hear me now?
Yeah, without the humming. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
And so can everybody else. You saw somebody put in the chat, right? You saw me highlight it, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Right. I told you it was you.
Hey,
it doesn't matter. Continue. I'm just fucking with you, Dad.
That's why I like my Xbox. Because believe it or not, when I
no,
talk to
Cygnus, I don't believe that. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the chat.
That's the difference between PC and Xbox.
I do not believe that, bro.
My voice chat always works most of the time. I didn't get no.
It could be something small.
Yeah.
It could be, like I said, the last time that happened, it was you, but I thought it was me, and I was like, what the fuck? I thought it was me, but it doesn't matter.
Shit happens.
We all go through text, right? It shit happens. Yeah. You see I touched my computer, the fucking power cut off.
So,
oh shit!
Happens.
It happens.
But yeah, the Magnus. You think that Microsoft would choose a different word code name for the system?
Why? Magnus is
Magnus is the name for a condom, dude. But
no, it's not. It's Magnum.
I know, right?
I know.
Can I make a joke in here?
You want me to go get him? Because I weigh Magnums. Oh, my bad.
No. All right, guys, we're going off the air because it's when dark level. So we're talking about Schmeat now over here.
Hey, yeah, but you crazy bloody. But
you're the one who's talking about.
But nah, I appreciate this system.
What, Lamar?
Hopefully, if I have to save money
I
up
don't
to
know.
get it,
That's Troy wife people.
I'm gonna get it.
I don't know.
You know, if I have to wait a little while to get it,
You want to wear something?
I'm gonna still get it. You know, if it plays everything everywhere, all my app ecosystems like Steam and all that, oh, that's gonna be love. And still play my previous backwards compatible games with more power, more fidelity, faster load time.
Somebody getting moist.
You know what I'm saying? But and in an ecosystem that's enclosed, oh, how can you lose? And your
Yeah.
security ain't gonna get messed with.
Yeah.
And you know it is going to have cheatware in there for those people that like to cheat. That will be stopped because of the software of Microsoft. Remember, Microsoft's a software company. They don't play. But yeah, this system is going to be worth it. And I'm sorry, and I have to be honest, this economy the way it is, don't think it's going to be under $1,000. I'm being
Oh hell
honest.
no.
If they're putting it in,
Not if it's premium.
yeah,
Not if it's premium.
you know. Now they said they're making a second system with a lower SKU. That's what I heard. So don't do me like that today, please. I'm
No. See, why you take things personal? I did that because this is why. You could make the Series X the goddamn default. You ain't gotta make shit. Like,
that's
come
true.
on now.
That
They
is
could
true.
just say, yo, listen, we ain't going past the X.
And I heard the story that
You know what I'm saying?
I heard the story that
Stop being so goddamn sensitive.
whatever. I heard you can bring your memory card over to the new console.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah. So,
But you should.
I know,
All that
right? You
fucking
paid
money
for
we
it, right?
spent. Right.
Listen, all I care about is can I either put in multiple expansion cards or is there like a hub I could do? Because this swapping them out is ridiculous.
Hold on. But no, hold on. They wouldn't allow nobody to make a hub.
Nope.
That's why I didn't buy the 4 terabyte. Because I have 3 1 terabytes. 3.
I have two tubes. I have 2 tubes.
And
so you're gonna
somebody wanted to make a hub, but they told them no. If you make a hub, we're gonna ban it.
So after your initial startup with the system, you can just swap that card in. Don't wait to download any other games. They might get a slight update for the new system, and you're ready to go.
And I'm gonna say this. Too. Let me add this. For you fucking guys on the internet that want to have upgradable consoles, shut your fucking mic off.
Yeah. You don't
Console
need to.
people don't want to do that. Or they would just be PC people. And that is not. Let me, before we go to you, Bloody, and shout out to the chat. Once again, man, y'all been awesome tonight. The attendance has been fucking over the top. And we ain't even got no special guests. It's just us 3 getting busy. I appreciate that. That's even more respectful.
Getting busy on Xbox, baby. Let's go.
I did ask my man Paris to come through because he had a great interview from the guy from AMD this week, man. Classic interview, him and Danny Pena. Shout out to my 2 guys. But let me say this. Stop asking for shit because you think that's what we want. I have a high-end PC. I don't play games on it. It's for running this channel. It's for all this 1440p work y'all got. If you're on your PC and you watching in 1080p, you giving yourself bullshit content. Up that shit to that 1440p that I'm streaming at. But I'm gonna say this. My PC is a monster. I don't play games on PC because my ecosystem, my chat system is with the community in consoles. That now that includes Nintendo. It's always been PlayStation, always been Xbox. Stop getting on the internet and think you sound smart by saying, "Oh, we want interchangeable parts."
Why?
Console people do not want that. Shut your ass up. Nobody wants that.
People want it simple.
Nobody, listen, when graphic cards come out and everybody be like, I'm buying a 5090, you're a liar. Because the 5060 is going to outsell that shit by tenfold. Because people do not afford or can't afford a $2,200 GPU. That is not realistic. If you complain about a $1,000 Xbox a la X, which is an all-in-one, you're going to buy one part for a PC at $2,000. You're a liar.
Yep.
Stop. We need to just stop the cap. Stay within your tax bracket. Stop trying to act like you buying Escalades when you driving Priuses. Just stop. You're not impressing nobody by talking that shit. You got to show that shit. Just saying. I'm just saying, but bloody, man.
No, I wasn't finished yet.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. My bad.
It's all right.
I apologize. I don't want you to get sensitive. You'll call me later. Lemon, you ain't shit.
Shut your ass up. Go have a drink, motherfucker. But
you ain't shit. Why you do that to me, Lemon? I love you, bro. You motherfucker.
I don't know that. That's starting to wane, bro. But nah. I like my ecosystem to be simple. Yes, I have a PC.
Lycos, not working cards, workstations.
Sometimes
I know what you meant, though.
On my PC. I do, because I like the fidelity and I like the way they look sometimes on my PC. A lot of games look really damn good on my PC.
Yeah.
But if you're going to bring me a console that now has all that power and all that fidelity.
Even if it's 4070 power, that's great.
Yeah, even that. It's going to be amazing. In
4070.
In a single ecosystem where you just have to download the game and play it while Microsoft does all the adjustments in the background for you for the updates for the system and all that. You don't got to go searching for the update or none of that. You put it in and play. And so, like some people out there with other consoles, I don't have to open it up to add.
Wow, you are fucking petty.
I know, right? I just have to put my card in there from the Magnus, from my Xbox Series X.
Yeah, you just don't stop.
And go roll. Okay. Hey, that's why the Xbox is up there.
He's saying I don't got to do all the hard work. I can just hit it from the back and it's good to go.
That's right.
That motherfucker don't remember the last time he hit something from the back, old bastard. But anyway, continue.
You wrong.
Continue. I'm wrong for that one.
But no.
Dirty old man.
That's why most people like consoles. Because
plug and play.
Easy for you. Plug and play.
Just say plug and play.
Go. But you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
You're
right. You're 1,000% right.
You like the game, you see it in the store, you go buy it. You got a game on Steam. You see your ecosystem in there, you can download it to your console and go play it. Because it's going to be Steam verified. It's going to be Epic verified. It's going to be EA verified. And any other app that's out there that wants to join the Xbox ecosystem.
Correct.
So what you're going to get is a one-stop shop for a lesser cost than going to buy.
It may, and let me say this, it may look expensive, right? It may look expensive at first.
Of course.
Because you're not taking the logistics of what it really brings to the table. But you really making out, because it's like what I told people. You know, I shout out to my brother Colt. I said, yo, he put together, on paper, a PC to equal these consoles for roughly the same price or close to it. I said, no, dude. If you got to get cheap Chinese parts from a no-name brand manufacturer and all this shit, it's not the same because those warranties ain't the same on those individual parts.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
Because when you build a PC, unless you buy it from Dell, Hewlett Packard, or somebody like that, each part in your PC is separate warranties and quality.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a mercenary system. Let's not act like it's one PC to rule them all, because my PC is built by Prometheus. I put that 4080 Super in there. I bought that Asus motherboard, that 940E. I did that. I put that i9 in there. I put that 32 gigabytes of DDR5X in there from Corsair. I did that. Every part of my PC, including the case, is separate. We're not going to act like when you buy a PC, oh no, it's all good. If my graphic card go, I just take it back. No, you cannot. So we have to put things in perspective and keep shit real. When you buy a console, everything covered.
And you can walk down right to the store,
right?
Get yourself a Magnus.
We're not gonna,
and you be all good.
When people be yelling at PC shit, I be like, y'all frauds, and that's a lie. Y'all are frauds, and that is a lie. The PC is a mercenary environment. If you have an ill PC and you bought it from Dell, a new graphic card come out next year, you spend, let's say $800, you buy it. You know your warranty is void because you changed the stock that it came with. You need to read those small prints.
Yep.
If you're not a PC dude, then you don't know that. But when you go to Twitter and you talk that shit, I'd be like, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. You're not built for this. You're pretending to be a PC dude. So anyway, why so serious was good, bro.
Go ahead.
Bloody.
I'm done. I'll chill. Then.
Finish up, bro. Finish her.
Here's the thing. Every time we've seen that they've pushed the boundary with what they can do with hardware. Sometimes there were small leaps. Sometimes there was significant. And we saw one of the biggest improvements over what we saw with last generation, from the start of the Xbox One to what we ended with the One X. The Series S
the
and
best Pro ever.
The best mid-gen, yes. The
Yep.
Series S and Series X improved upon that. And one, they were made it straightforward is that, hey, these are going to be our two consoles through the systems that were built with two different goals in mind. They're doing the same thing with the Magnus, and same if there is a lower end SKU. What they saw with Series S and Series X, it made it affordable, it made it straightforward, and gave two different experiences for two different
Facts.
price points and two different demographics. Series X, hardcore. We want the best of the best. You're going to pay a little bit more, but you're going to get everything. Series S, entry level price point, fair features, still a great machine, but this is made more for little Johnny 2x4 down the street that grandma's getting him something for
Johnny
Christmas.
2x4.
You damn right.
Yo, I'm dead.
I was like, this is for little Johnny, so that way he can get his console for Christmas and still have something great, but he's not going to be doing all the crazy stuff that the high end wants. The upgradable parts and stuff that people were saying for consoles, no. I was like, no. I was like, I built this PC right here. I have a $1,500 graphics card I had to put in there. I was like, you know how many times I've run into issues with this? Because not only is it my content machine for me to be able to stream for all of y'all that I do 5 times a week, just saying, as well as be able to edit videos and stuff like that from all the interviews that I be doing at these conventions, which if you aren't watching our content, you're missing out on these great interviews and shit. I was like, the fact is that I also game on this. So it has to be a double workhorse. But you know how many times I've run into driver issues for anything, right?
every week.
I was like, I was like, y'all, people are not built for PC because I've had to actually learn workarounds because I'm active with this PC. I've had to learn how to uninstall all of my video drivers, run the bitch in safe mode, go and change the BIOS, and have to reinstall my video drivers from scratch.
I hate messing with the damn BIOS.
I was like,
I don't even.
That's why I
try
said
not to go into BIOS.
That's why I said I've had to learn. I was like, that's why I said I am different because of the fact that it's something I had to do. The layman, the common person, the casual is not going to do that. That is too much work, and it's way too easy to mess something up and completely waste $1,000, $2,000.
Right. Yeah.
Console will always be around because it is simply plug and play.
Plug and play.
I was like, the thing is that they're gonna make it easily accessible for those who are enthusiasts, as well as the casual gamer who's like, hey, I have Steam to play games occasionally on my laptop that are only on PC. Now I can play it on my console, and they support controller.
Let me ask you a question, Bloody. You know Mini Me, my daughter's godfather, right?
Yeah.
He's a hardcore console player. That motherfucker will not get into PC. I see, I wanted to upgrade because I'm trying to get the new Apex 1X player, right?
Yep.
I said, would you want my Ally X? He said, I don't want to play on PC.
I was like, hell, if I knew you were getting rid of the LIX, I would have said, hey man, get that to me. I told you I've been looking for a handheld for a minute. But I get where you're coming from. I was like, he ain't gonna get into PC because that ain't where he wants to be. I was like, console will always exist in this space for accessibility and plug and play. The biggest thing that they have to make sure, which to be fair, is like with this last generation, what we've seen is that Microsoft is all about making universal accessories so that way they carry forward. They're making it to where all of their stuff is able to go forward and backwards. The new controllers work on your Xbox One for the, however many people
that started with 360 with the controllers.
I was like, it started with the 360, but when they made to the Xbox One, they started over. I was like, made new accessories, no hardware. But guess what? Your hardware from last generation works. I still have my 8 terabyte external that has all my 360, has all my Xbox One games and stuff like that. Anything that doesn't have a Series X enhancement is on that, and I can still play all my games. Same with my OG
Xbox
games too. Yes, that's all on my external hard disk drive that I bought last generation. I was like, and I still got room on that bitch.
Hey,
I was like, but the thing is, what they need to do, I was like, one of the things that I wish that they did was they had like a transfer cable like they did with the 360 to be able to easily hot swap.
Remember the transfer cable?
Right. Yeah, I remember the transfer cable. I was like, but I wanted to be able to hot swap and be able to move stuff from one expansion card to another because it was a pain upgrading from my 1 terabyte to my 2 to transfer all those games from either to the console or to my hard disk drive, and then have to retransfer them over to the 2 terabyte hard drive so that way I could play it. And then when I got a second one, I'm just like, well, now I need to be able to, I have to keep pulling one out, put one back in, and be like, what games are on this card? What games are on this card? I need to know. I need to be able to either plug in multiple cards, or you need to at least support a hub. And I don't care if it's proprietary. I was like, wouldn't like that. I was like, but I want them to allow some sort of tech manufacturer to make it where it's like, if you're not going to allow the next console to be able to have at least 2 to 3 expansion ports, let that be a hub so that way I can plug in multiple cards to be able to use at the same time. Because hot swapping is okay for a certain point, but when you start having 2 to 3 cards because everything is now 100 plus gigs, and I have to have 2 or 3 cards, I was like, having to constantly be changing out is a hassle.
They should just make an official hub.
That's what I'm saying.
They're probably going to charge a lot for it, but just make it.
But that's why I said either they need to make an official hub, have their partner make an official hub, or support multiple expansion ports. Either way, that needs.
If they make a hub, like you said, Bloody, they'll sell more cartridges.
I was like, they could. They absolutely will. They will.
They'll sell more memory cards. He said cartridges.
Cartridges.
I'm old school. Let me be.
It's basically a memory card. That's what it is. I was like, whatever.
It is a memory card.
Yeah. But either
There's
way,
a 2230 inside. That's
yes,
what it
it
got.
is. Yes, it does. I was like, I remember when we had memory cards that was only 15 megabits, boy.
15. A Tamagotchi ripoff. Remember
Yes,
that?
sir. Yes, sir. I remember
But listen,
that.
man.
I remember that. Anyways, like I said, I was like, the Magnus is already talking about being an incredible machine. I was like, to be fair, I was like, we've seen such innovation from Microsoft with with this generation of consoles, and same with the One X. I was like,
Fabio.
because of the fact that they've created brand new cooling methods, new tech, new ways to utilize.
But I'm going to say
everything.
this too. Let me say this. They could preach whatever the fuck they want. There's not too much difference between the Series X and the PS5 besides resolution.
No, and I completely
Hold on. So they could preach, oh, we're going to bring you the next. Nah, you have to show me this time.
And that's what I said is that I was like, that's what I was saying is that they've innovated, they've done great things. I was like, but to really push it, I want to see it this time. I was like,
yeah, we got to see it.
I was like, but the thing is that I'm not gonna be. Yes, I'll be surprised because I want to see it, but at the same time, I'm saying I have good expectations from this team because they continue to innovate.
Nah, I don't.
I was like, I don't know, hardware wise, Jay Ronald and his team and everyone else. I was like, they do some amazing things.
No. Okay, let me say this. PlayStation 5 cannot compete with Series X.
Not with no
Series
liquid
X,
cooling.
hold on. But on Series X, if a game runs at a lower frame rate or up and down frame rate, it's because they know the Series X power and they run it at a higher resolution. You get what I'm saying?
No, I understand.
They will make, when Digital Foundry used to do their comparisons, they'll say, oh, this game is 1440p, solid 60 on PlayStation. Mm-hmm. But this game is 4K and it can't hold 60 on X. Motherfucker, if they ran it at 1440p 60, the Series X would outperform it. But being that the Series X is more powerful, they run it at a higher resolution and it can't hold a frame rate. Make it make sense.
No, I understand.
You
But
get my
remember,
point? That's my point.
remember what I
That's my
said.
point.
But remember what I said. I've been the one who said I was like 1440 should have been the goal. I was like 60 frames should have been the focus. I was like 4K 60 is pushing it. I was like, if it's going 4K, it needs to stay 4K 30.
Next gen, everything should be 4K. Everything should be 4K 60.
Next gen, absolutely.
But hold on. This is the problem.
Every developer's not built the same.
No. You know that's my rule. But this is the thing. When you bring out new hardware, specifications, you got ray tracing. Now they want to do path ray tracing. So if they add path ray tracing on top of ray tracing to the next hardware,
it's just going to be more of a resource hog.
We're going to be back to 30 frames because they want to use the next best thing to make a game visually look good.
And I hate it.
In 2018, you've been on many podcasts with me. I said 30 frames is going nowhere.
It's not going anywhere.
Because developers see the next best feature, which is a resource hog, and they add it to the current game, which keeps the resources that they just gave you for next gen hardware. They push it back because they're adding some shit that's a resource hog. 30 frames. 30 frames.
Okay, I know.
And when I said that, they said I was crazy.
I know it's going away.
No, and I agree with you.
Bloody. I know.
Hold on, look.
I know it's going away.
But what?
I know it probably won't even be on a new console.
What?
But I would still like a disc drive. That's just me. I know it probably.
Okay. Wait. Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you buy games digital or physical?
Oh no, digital. But I watch movies. I don't. I don't have a disc player.
Okay.
So that's why it works for me.
Okay. I get that.
Yeah. I just like the ability.
So no. I agree. I asked that question because most of us is digital, right?
Mhm.
And I posted something on the internet the other day and got ridiculed. I said, don't be mad at me, be mad at your bank account. I have $1,000 Blu-ray player.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I know you know. I'm just saying this in general. I should have bought a digital PS5. I bought the shit with the disc. I only put Street Fighter 4 in there once. so I should have saved $100. But me being who I am, I bought the so-called top version. I'm buying the next digital system, period. But I get your point. That is super valid what you said. But I was mad at myself because I bought the PlayStation
I want the
and
option.
the Xbox 2 days ago. No, I don't want the option.
Nah.
Nowadays, if you game share, motherfucker, buying something with a drive is dumb.
And we already know about my situation, which is why I said I want option. Because guess what? I am a physical collector. I was like,
So
and
am
I like that. But I still buy digital. I double dip.
You preach it to the choir. You can't talk that shit to me.
I know, but that's why I said I want the option, fool. That's what I said. Again, you hearing me, but you not listening.
You gonna stop talking to me with that cat face.
I was like, you're just happy. I was like, hey, you ain't got nothing on your ofrenda for your family, so I don't want to hear it, man.
Hey, Catwoman, where's your Batman?
Oh shit. Yo, you see his tank top he wearing? That shit is different. What are you wearing? Don't make me put you on a full screen because that shit is weird.
It's a kimono shirt, fool.
Look like a cahomo. That was crazy.
Hey, at least I got better style than half these motherfuckers out here. I don't want your shit.
Whatever. In your own mind. Listen, man, that was the end of the show.
Hey, the club said otherwise. I'm just saying.
Yeah, the clubs in New York did say something different with his high heel boots, his fucking piercings, and he was a hit in New York. I don't know why. I can't explain it. Bloody can come back to my city anytime. That shit was crazy. Anyway, listen, chat. Y'all been the MVP across all these platforms, man. Y'all been absolutely amazing giving us your time. We went later. More people showed up. The shit was lit. Thank you very much. Let me give you that titty thank you with the star out. You know how we do. Sir X-Man, what lame-ass other podcast you got popping when you not here?
My podcast ain't lame. The other one I hang out. Don't diss it like that. The other podcast.
I'd be like this.
Whatever. Nah, the podcast is Gaming Ain't Easy.
Thank you,
Tuesday
4-5
at 8:00 p.m. Central Time on Proto Foxy's channel, and man, I'm back here again next week.
Don't sound depressed, motherfucker, because you don't have to be.
Ooh, I got options. Microsoft gives you options too.
Yo, Scrub, man, don't come in here with that shit. We started later, which made us greater. God damn it. Scrub Nurse Gaming. Now he put gaming on the end of his shit. Hit the like button, share it out. You late, nigga. Nah.
Hey, yo.
Bloody, where can they find your cat face at, punk?
Uh-huh. I was like, well, they already know where they can find me, but for those who don't, I was like,
no, they don't. No, they do not.
Bruh, I literally just said that, fool. Shut up and let me do my outro.
You sure it ain't gonna be an intro?
Hey, you wouldn't know anything about an intro because you ain't got in nothing for quite some time, old man.
Sir X-Men for the win. Let's go.
Anyway, like I was saying, like, I know. I was like, for those who don't know, I was like, they can find me all over the place. They can find me over on Twitch, here on YouTube. They can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and of course on Twitter, all at Bloody Nugs.
And it's OnlyFans.
They gotta pay to play for that one. Anyways, they can find me streaming 4 to 5 times a week. I was like, I be out here gaming, unlike half these dudes who talk about it but ain't being about it. I was like, I'm playing everything, whether it's on PC, on PlayStation, on Xbox, even the occasional Switch game. I was like, from big games to small games, I got them all. So if you want to see all the new things that are coming out of all sizes, of all genres, I got you out there. I was like, I will be live later tonight too for those who want to see. I was like, I didn't do much last week. I was like, I had some things going on that I had to take care of, but your boy's gonna be back at it tonight, and of course, Smile. So make sure y'all come and check it out. I got plenty of fun stuff to do for y'all.
I'm not touching that.
Yeah, with that being said, you already know what it do. Shout out to my boy Scrub Nurse and Chitty. He out there saving lives.
And stealing wives.
Yep, yeah, he might be doing that too. Yo, listen, man. Smooth operator took your girl.
Yeah, I got to talk about Call of Duty today, and he wasn't here.
Yo, thank you. Wow, that is crazy. Couldn't even defend it. Shout out to Talos in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Listen, man, you already know what it do. You already know what it do. It's your boy Lemon, man. Yo, listen, greatly appreciate it. Very humbling to have y'all attendance, man. It was awesome tonight. Share this out. If you new here, hit that subscribe button like my man Scrub said. Share it out. We give you that positive news. We give you that good news. We also give you great opinions. And if you do not agree with us, we respect you and want all your feedback. And as I always say, at the end of the night, I want you to bring your game and not your sorry-ass name. And those are the facts. We'll see you next week, people. Oh, yeah. We'll be lit. Let's get it.